Showtime in 60 seconds. "45 seconds. "30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
I was just shocked that my loyalty, like undying loyalty and commitment and hours and time, and I never wanted anything back from it except my dad and his respect and his love, and loyalty got me nowhere. No. And yes men got all the glory. It was really disheartening.
Wow. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Hold on. All my levels are screwed up from Bubba 199. I'm actually losing my voice, too. But jam-packed weekend.
Too much fun.
I need to go home and go to bed immediately.
Yeah.
So, let me on my next gen. I have it's kind of junked. It's kind of wonkied up. Can you see it over here? Can you unwonk that or?
Can you just hit? Do you see where it has the logs highlighted?
Logs right here.
Yeah, just hit it.
Hit this?
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay, it should disappear. It's not. Okay. If you want to just drag it to the side for a second or drag it, move it.
How about I just kind of go like this? Hold it like that?
Yeah.
Kind of like, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see it. And I'm trying to move it right now.
All right, you can move it. Thank you. Dr. Dan, and as you can noticeably see, by the way, it's the Bubba the Love. God, I can't believe how much I'm losing my voice.
Well, you're having a good time this weekend.
First of all, man, I was admittedly on Friday night for Bubba 199. I was a little tuned up because Dan, you don't know this, but I'm going through a kidney stone right now.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm passing a kidney stone. And so in doing that, I got to take gummies and the handful of, I don't know if I got hydrocodone. I don't know what I got. I usually keep 10 to 12 hydrocodone. I don't use. Is that a painkiller, Dan? Is that,
yes.
Okay.
It's Vicodin.
Okay. So I usually have about 10 of those. I use them for when I have a kidney stone. And so I've been on, and because I don't do them very much, they really are very effective with me, but they totally make me high. They make me really, really high.
Well, they do. They're narcotic.
Yeah, I'm saying. So I got on. So I did a gummy with a hydrocodone. So listen, Lummy, at Friday afternoon at 6 o'clock, I wanted to leave the house by 7 because it's about 35 minutes. And at 6 o'clock, I was writhing in pain in a fetal position, ready to maybe go to the hospital.
Oh, jeez, happy birthday.
Well, just because, I've had 15 or 16 of these kidney stone episodes, and so I know, Dan, if if something's happened to you physically and it's happened to you before, then you know what's happening. Like,
Right, exactly. You have the familiarity.
Right. So I'm like, oh my God. Here's how it starts. It first starts out as constipation. You think, oh my God, I'm constipated. Oh my God. Like, I'm really constipated. Then you go and you, what's it called? Protracting your butthole when you push too hard, Dan?
Prolapse?
Is that prolapsing?
Yes.
When you push too hard and you turn it inside out?
That's prolapse.
All right. So then you go and you think you got to go.
There's a whole genre of that.
Yeah. So you think you're constipated and you sit and push way too hard and you prolapse your butthole. Then after that, you then figure out, okay, this isn't constipation cramps. I'm having a kidney stone episode. So at that point, I take a gummy and one hydrocodone. And I let the merch crick drive into Bubba 199. And Lummy, I was. Whoa.
You were feeling good. You were feeling.
We might
good.
want to. I think Macho Man said that he went back and listened to it, and it was that might not be one that we. That might be one that we erase on.
Oh, it's down.
But we at least have it still.
So we have it saved. We just we erased it. It's not up there anymore.
Well, no. I know it's not up there anymore because that's what we do. We don't. But like, do we have it where we still have a copy of it?
Yes.
Where we could whip it out?
Yes.
Because I almost want to re-listen to it because I completely blacked out. I blacked out.
Yeah. Yes. We have a visual and audio of it.
So anyway, Bubba 199 on Friday was just unbelievable. Now, a lot of things to get to. First of all, I was going through a kidney stone, and I still am in the midst of a kidney stone. My urine now is like red, where I'm having blood in my urine because, Dan, what is it, Mike? Is it going through my ureter or my urethra right now?
Ureter.
It's going through my ureter, and oh my God. So I'm in the middle of passing it. I think I'll pass it. Usually when it gets down here, Dan, it's usually 2 or 3 days out. Is what it usually is.
So you call him Wednesday?
I'm calling Wednesday. Yeah. I'm calling Wednesday.
Does it feel like a big one's coming?
This one feels big. It
boy.
does. But sometimes I've had 14, 15 of them. And sometimes I've been in the most pain ever. And I'm like, man, this thing is like maybe like an 11 or 12 millimeter. And it ends up being like a 6. But it's real spiky because they're made out of little crystallizations. Like they're like they literally look like the sand spurs you get in your socks when you walk through the woods. That's what they look like, but a little bit littler. So, Bubba 199, Lummy, we were on fire. Oh my God! Were you tuned up a little bit too? A little. I mean, were you working? Were you looking? I mean, were you a little leffed out?
Oh, I mean, listen, we were having a good time. It was a party.
So anyway, big night. Just we don't now. Mind. Remember, we only do 3 Bubba 199s now a year. One during BARP. One from my birthday, which we just did last Friday, and then one the second week of September, which is your last opportunity to qualify for your $2,000 gimmick. So the next one we'll do will be Friday, September 11th, and that's our third one of the year. So Lummy, they're very rare and special nowadays, and so some huge money came in. Oh my God, T-shirt will. This is just off the top of my head. Keith Yeager, Augustina, that chick. Let me that. What did she do for us?
Oh, she helped when Walker was having trouble in the baby formula.
Oh yeah,
she sent in like a ton of that specialized formula.
Large contributions from her on Friday. Yeah,
thank you.
Rainey Hall, Chub It Up Spice, Daniel Newton, Susan Poitras, our buddy Aaron from Average Joe. Chub It Up Spice, Big Red, Brian Phelps, Ellum Cloves. I just mentioned Average Joe. Let's Fudge Some Whores. Mushroom Mitch, Buck, Johnny K. Johnny K. Almost. I think Johnny K. was like $1,000.
Yeah, Johnny K's coming through.
843 Bubba. Eric Harry and
Mark from
Tarpon. And now is Fireman Steve? Is that new money?
Yeah, he just appeared in chat in Twitch and then emailed
like how
the
long
show.
ago? Like
Last night or Friday night.
So Friday night was the first that that he'd ever really participated?
Yeah, I got an email from him Friday. He was asking how much it cost to qualify.
So we don't know this dude. Brand new money. It's like the best ever. Of course, we expect Johnny K and Buck and all the big boys. But, like out of nowhere, this fireman Steve comes up Friday and throws $2,300.
He's a fireman.
Just straight brand new money. Never heard of this dude or nothing. Man, thank you so much, Fireman Steve. Huge Friday night, Bubba 199. Thank you to all. So, Dan, we were having a little get together Saturday at my place. Just a little birthday party. Just a very low key affair, and of course. Dan was, at the top of my list of being invited. Jimmy Clevis was there. Dan's brother was there. And I get a text, a very disturbing text from Dan at about maybe, was it, Dan, 3 maybe?
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
And saying, I'll just let you take it over, Dan. I'm reading it, and I'm like, what, detached retina? Emergency eye surgery at the hospital right now? I was freaking out. So what happened?
It was really weird. And Thursday night, I started noticing a couple little flashes in my right eye as I was taking the trash out.
Like a light bulb flash?
It was like a crescent, like a parenthesis, like the right side of a parenthesis, like that kind of curve. And it would just as I was walking, every step I would see a flash. I was like, "Jeez, this is weird. Maybe it's just nothing." So I ignored it. Friday, my eye was bothering me, and Friday night, I changed contacts. I was like, God, I can't see real well out of this right eye. Saturday morning, I woke up.
Are you still getting flashes?
No flashes. And
now just the quality of your sight starting to diminish.
Correct. And so Saturday morning, I woke up, I went for a bike ride, and I'm like, I can't see out of this eye. It's not my contact. Something's wrong.
So you go from Thursday having a flash up Willie to Friday, the diminished quality of your eye.
But still seeing normally.
Yeah, but then Saturday you're going to go out to bike, and you're like...
Definite change.
Yeah.
Definite change. And what I'm seeing is like a haze of tiny little, translucent round floaters, millions of them.
You see, now, ever since I had COVID, I have in my right arm a little seahorse that floats around every once in a while. And my ophthalmologist that I went to is like, listen, there's really not anything we can do about it, a floater. Is that what you've always been kind of told?
Yeah, sometimes they get better, sometimes they change, but if they're annoying, there's several treatments you can do, but we'll get into that in a sec.
Okay.
So I called my friend who's an ophthalmologist, Jim Powers in St. Pete, and he says, I got to see you immediately. I'll see you in an hour. I'll meet you at my office. Just get in the shower on a Saturday afternoon. This guy's a multi-millionaire, and he's like, I will meet you at my office in an hour.
Now, hold on. That kind of in itself kind of freaks you out a little bit, doesn't it, bud?
Yeah, I knew what he was thinking, and I knew what I was thinking.
All right, well, hold on. What were you thinking? What was he thinking?
Detached retina.
Oh.
And so when you have a retina problem and it's detaching,
my son had a detached
emergency.
retina from my son when he flipped his non-wing 410 sprint car 7 times and then pie-faced it right into the an abrupt stopped. It literally detached his retinas from his eyes. It's a bad deal.
It's a horrible deal.
But you probably can't think of any occurrence that you had an abrupt stop or what the average cause of a detached retina was. You probably didn't have an event like that, did you?
No, nothing specifically. And apparently this can just happen spontaneously, which is, my luck. Everything's popping on all 8 cylinders right now, and
right.
this crap happens. So
you got a coil pack going wrong, buddy.
Right.
So,
on the last lap.
Yeah. So your buddy says, "Listen, meet me in the office in an hour. Hurry."
So he meets me there, and they dilate my eye, and his office manager comes in too. I mean, he called in the cavalry.
Right.
And he looks. He's like, "Dude, you've got what they call in your eye's got fluid inside. In the front, it's called the aqueous. In the back, the bigger compartment, it's called vitreous humor, and it's like a jelly, but you can see through. But it fills the eye up so the eye doesn't collapse. And so,
you have it.
It pulled away from the back of the eyeball, the retina, and it ripped it.
From what?
From just it happens sometimes.
Just from, I
Just
guess,
life.
maybe gracefully getting older.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't mean to say that, Dan. Sorry. I'm trying to always position you to be about,
Nothing's aging on my body.
I try to position you to always be between 27 and 32.
Right, exactly.
Sorry, buddy.
So every now and then, an unfortunate 32-year-old gets this.
Right,
So,
exactly.
it pulled away from the back of the eye and it avulsed or ripped off part of the retina.
Oh my God.
So the emergency procedure is to laser it down.
Now laser the ripped part down?
Yeah, so they dilate your eye, they numb your eye like every 5 minutes, and it's just really numbing the outside, and they zap you with this laser.
And they're working on the back side of your eye, correct?
Right, so he literally like stretches my eyeball open like a torture rack.
Like puts you like in what would be considered like a set of eye stirrups?
Yes, and then puts this thing on top of my eyeball, like another little special lens, and then zap me over 600 times with this laser.
Kind of like a Morpheus zap?
Oh my God, dude. Every time it felt like, if you ever have a toothache and someone bangs on the tooth, you know that feeling?
Oh, yeah.
In the back of your eyeball.
Oh.
And every time he would stack pulses.
Kind of like the same pain that I have as this 10 millimeter sand spur willies tearing my insides
Yeah,
up.
that achy, sort of sharp but achy pain.
Sharp,
which is
but
diffuse.
yet-
It's hard
but-
to pinpoint it.
Sharp, but yet dull and never goes away.
Right. Imagine that 650 times in your eyeball.
Oh, my God.
I was
now-
sweating.
Now, are they? Can they numb it at all? I mean, can they put in
Not the back, no.
Right.
So there's no numbing. There was just like, take it, dude. Take it like a man.
Well,
so I did.
Now you gripping? Are you gripping on the side of the chair?
Well,
Are
he's
you-
got these two little handles, so I felt like I was on like a video game
Right,
motorcycle.
right.
He's like, hold on, face deeper. Come on, stop pulling away.
So as he's zapping,
And my eyes watering. All I can see is this like green light that just keeps zapping me. And it's super bright, and he said, hold still and keep your eye gaze at certain positions. And I kept moving around, and he kept zapping and zapping and zapping. When he was done, my eye was blood red. I couldn't see anything, and my whole head wanted to explode.
so did that fix it?
The problem is that maneuver, the effect of that takes 5 to 10 days to sit in. So that the laser creates an injury which scars down and prevents more of the flap from lifting, because once it lifts, it can get fluid underneath it and bubble up like wallpaper.
So this is more of we'll know how effective this is maybe a day or two from now.
Probably. Well, as
More
long
like
as I don't
midweek?
get that window shade of blackness coming down from the top, I'm okay.
Okay, so
if
the
it
shade
pulls
pull
down-
halfway down.
Then I'm screwed because that won't come back.
But that is a symptom of what you have if indeed the laser didn't work like it should have.
And it progresses. Correct.
Right. So he's thinking with the 650 zaps that should have remedied this. And the only way to know is just time, when here probably by the middle of the week or so, you'll see if indeed it clears up and you don't have the halfway window shade willy, then you're good, probably.
Correct. And so
Now, where do you go from
take it
here?
easy.
Just
He said,
patch it?
Take it easy. And he said, I don't have to have the patch all the time, but it's helpful. And
Now,
I'm following up today at 9 o'clock.
Let me ask you a question.
I have a follow-up at 9.
What if he put you in a patch and he said, okay, well, you don't have to have it all the time, listen, when you, there's some things that you have to do sometimes that really suck, but wearing an eye patch, Dan, really doesn't really suck that big of a deal. I just keep it on all the time.
I can't. It drives me nuts because
Does
I
it?
can't see to my right. I have no peripheral vision. I can't see Lummy. I can't see him coming at me.
Lummy, you could flip it. You could be flipping them off.
He could
doing
sneak
all
up
like
on me.
some Seth Kushner, like real smart ass stuff to him and shooting the side of your neck and a whole 9 yards.
I'm showing
Dan, we
him.
would never do that to you, buddy. So when will we know? Wednesday, Thursday?
Probably next week.
No, okay. Let's say this. Let's say that it did what it did. Are you done at that point? I mean, are you good? Are we good?
I think we're good. I think most of it will clear up, and there may be some residuals, but a lot of the blood will just get absorbed. So it should get.
So you had now when he looked at your retina, had it
Filled with blood.
had it detached?
Oh yeah, it detached.
100%. Was there any threads hanging on?
There's just a patch that was detached, and so he tacked it back down, and he said the vitreous humor was filled with blood, So that's why I'm having problems, seeing out of it.
Well, I hope it ends up being okay, man. And don't you feel helpless because this is one particular area that you really don't ever dabble in and I wouldn't say don't know a lot about, because I think you know about all parts of the body, but this is certainly frustrating in the fact that this is nothing that you treat at all.
No, this is a super specialized part of the body. Ophthalmologists.
This is not in your wheelhouse at all.
Not even all ophthalmologists do this stuff. There's
Yeah.
like the front of the eye guys and the back of the eye guys. So you need like a retina person. And so I'm seeing a nice doctor today that agreed to see me, and I really appreciate it.
So I hope you get better, bud.
Thank you.
I hope everything goes well, my friend. Lummy, of course, the NFL draft over the weekend.
I can't defend myself.
What do you mean?
He's Lummy's throwing crap at me. I don't even know what he's throwing. I'm just feeling stuff.
Lummy.
Well, the chat just asked me to test his reflexes.
I can't see anything.
Lummy,
It's
you don't
nothing.
answer the chat. Lummy.
Well, you said to kind of mess with him.
No,
so.
I didn't. I said for that moment. Just for that moment. Leave him alone, poor little guy
Start
over
throwing
there.
sharp things at
poor
you.
little three blind mice, Willie. Please, poor guy. There's one person that needs Dan needs to be firing on all cylinders at all times. How can he take and absorb all those hot 26 and 27-year-olds if you only have half an eye?
I know it's going to be tough to pick up girls with a patch.
Yeah.
Make you walk the plank.
So the NFL draft over the weekend, we could probably break it down here and there or whatever. I think the two biggest one of the biggest story are there's two people that had draft grades above 80 and didn't get drafted. One was the defensive tackle out of Ole Miss, and this guy's like 6'8", 318 or something like that. And I was kind of hoping the Packers got him just because but he's been arrested 2 times in the last year. I think that might have something to do with it.
That usually hurts you a little bit.
And then this guy, where did he play from?
Vanderbilt, Diego.
Yeah,
the quarterback,
the Diego
Pavia
guy, and supposedly he's the first quarterback to take Vanderbilt to a 10 season win, or 10 wins in a season, but I guess he was like a real arrogant kind of a dick.
Yes, he was,
and But is this the first time? No, I think it happened. I think it happened a little bit ago, but it doesn't happen very often where a Heisman Trophy finalist doesn't get drafted.
It almost happened to Sanders.
What do you mean? Oh, Shador?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he went in the 5th. Like, Shador was not, there's good. I think
there was no way he was going to be.
Yeah, there was no way. He should have gone in the 3rd, and there was some collusion to screw with him because of who his father is, but he would have never gone through. Somebody would have picked him up, but this guy was a Heisman Trophy finalist and didn't get picked up by anywhere. Now, I'm sure there's a ton of teams that are probably reaching out to him to get him to come to training camp. And
he looks like he accepted the Ravens invite.
Diego Pavia, quarterback out of Vanderbilt, is a pretty cautionary tale for really any young athlete. This is a guy who led with ego, who did everything he could to say that he was the best of all time and went out of his way to make the party as big as the game. He goes undrafted after being a Heisman finalist, and it looks like he's going to have a hard time finding a home because the reality is...
I don't know, man. I think that if you're good enough, somebody's going to find you.
Is he short?
Yeah, he's 5'10".
Yeah.
Oh, that's the problem. That's the NFL. Dude. He's going to be throwing into the back of his linemen's helmets all year.
Like Diego Pavia versus a guy like Fernando Mendoza, the differences are massive. And forget about talent level, size, arm talent. Obviously, there are differences there. But the way these two guys carry themselves. Fernando Mendoza, I already know what he's going to say in every interview. He's going to thank God, he's going to give all the credit to his teammates, and he's going to thank everybody for supporting him. That's a good leader. Patrick Mahomes does the same thing. So if you're a young athlete, you have that ego-driven need to tell everybody how great you are and give no credit to anyone else, think of Diego Pavia and then take a big, deep breath and give all the credit to God.
Could you find me just a typical Diego Pavia interview, like maybe the latest or something like that, just so I can see what type of like how he came across. Yeah.
Your coaching staff, your family.
Did you see where the Packers took on with their final pick, the kicker from Florida?
Yeah.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's got a leg. He's good.
Smile and go be a leader of men instead of a spoiled child who wants to pretend that he's living out Entourage.
So Lummy did he have kind of was it Baker Mayfield? No, it wasn't Baker.
Johnny Manziel.
Yeah. Johnny Football, right?
Yes.
Johnny Football. Let me know when you send something.
Well, I'm looking because a lot of things he does, it looks like you're over X, like he puts comments and people like that. So I just sent you one. It's just an interview.
I just want to see how he comes. I've never even heard the guy talk before. Let me hear him here. Hold on.
Number that I could come back for. I'm coming back. Let's find a fair number that I could come back for. And so we worked it out.
Oh, with Gruden. All right.
Yeah.
And
now, are you representing yourself, or do you have an agent?
No, I'm representing myself.
Wow.
Yeah. So I didn't think it was fair that someone was going to represent me and take 5 to 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody taking my money. I'll tell you that.
It's unbelievable for a young guy to be able to do this, man.
No, I appreciate it.
I mean, shit, this is great.
Hold on. Damn.
And representing yourself is also a flag to the NFL.
Well, yeah, that's probably not, necessarily the best look, but whatever. Good. I could care less about this guy. Lummy, are these the ranking of the NFL's 10 best undrafted free agents?
Yeah.
And I think my guy, I was hoping the Packers picked up that dude from Ole Miss, even though he's been arrested 2 times in the last fiscal year. He's a monster. I watched some highlights on him.
He is a monster.
Did you see the Nigerian guy that was like not even an American that got drafted?
No, I didn't see that.
That was, I think, on the 3rd day, right, Dr. Dan?
I think so,
he was wearing a flag.
He's an animal.
Draft started right.
Find me the Nigerian, let me.
On track with Fernando Mendoza going first overall as expected to the Las Vegas Raiders, and then the surprises started. The New York Jets were deciding between edge rushers David Bailey and Arvell Reese, and went with Bailey, as the late intel indicated. Next up, the Arizona Cardinals took running back Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame.
All right, I don't really think this is any. I think this is just pretty much the first. I wanted to go right here.
I saw you on the Nigerian
2026 NFL Draft Best Undrafted Free Agents. This guy had a score of 85. I think.
Yeah, don't get
6'8", 330. How would you pronounce his name?
Dr. Dan.
Dr. Dan, smartest guy of all, even with one eye. Xavier Harris, defensive tackle, Mississippi, 6'8", 330. Distinct force on the interior who can force opposing lines to create lines to account for his presence at any given down. Here we go. 2 arrests in his college career, 1 on charges of domestic violence and obstructing arrest, and the other one being a DUI felony fleeing. Could have the reasons why people laid off on him.
Yeah, that hurts you.
The defensive end outside linebacker from Wisconsin, but they're saying, like, a lot of these guys have already made deals as to who they were going to sign a free agent deal. The guy from the number 1 overall dude, this guy from the Harris kid from Mississippi, Lummy?
Yes.
Nobody's signing him.
Not yet, no.
Michael Trigg, tight end Baylor. He's signing with the Cowboys. Trayon York, linebacker, Texas A&M, signing with the Broncos. Diago Pounds, offensive tackle, Mississippi, signing with the Ravens. Daquan Wright, tight end, Mississippi, signing with the Eagles. Devontae Lawson, linebacker, Alabama, signing with the Eagles. Goes on down. One guy signing with the Lions, one guy signing with the Chiefs, and one guy signing with the Titans. So the top 10 guys that went undrafted, 9 of which have already found teams to say, come on, you got a training camp invitation, except for the number 1 dude overall, the Harris kid.
He's a liability.
I mean, Dan, they know something, don't they, for everybody just to...
No, they see this guy, they talk to him, they interview him, they determine he's a loose cannon, he's too much of a risk and a liability, so it's not worth drafting him.
I sent you that Nigerian guy. They kind of show like his combine stats. The guy that was never played pretty much any football.
So he's never played any football at all. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, hold on here. Let me see. Boom.
He's never played American football.
All right, so he's played like soccer or rugby or something like that.
Yeah, he may have played some type of form of football in Nigeria.
The Eagles just drafted a 21-year-old Nigerian who has never played American football in his life.
Yeah, they're all princes.
6'5", 306, 6% body fat, 99 centimeters vertical. Dan, how many inches is that?
Almost 40. It's like a 39 inch.
Man,
that's wow.
39 and a half.
A broad jump of 3.3 meters, and a 40. Hold on, you ready for this? A 46.5, 306, 6% body fat over a 40-inch vertical, and runs a 4.640.
Unbelievable. Athlete.
I mean, that is unbelievable.
How do you stop that guy?
I don't know.
Almost 6'5". Look at how he's put.
And look at him
together. I mean, I say he looks like a Greek god. He ran 4.63 at 306 pounds. He verticaled 39.
How many bench press?
Jump 10-10. His arms are almost 36 inches long. I mean,
Lummy, that is an edge rusher.
Yes.
Like if God was to produce this would be it.
He's put numbers up that you'll never see for somebody this big. Now, he has not played football. It's going to require a lot of patience here. But, man, you talk about having something to work with from a body standpoint and an athlete standpoint with a basketball background. You see why he's getting drafted.
And how about it being the Eagles again, taking that opportunity? And now here's your opportunity, as you pointed out, DJ.
Yeah, but you know what, Lummy? There also comes a point where you could have the absolute best stats, quick, fast, strong, but you have zero technique.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And a good offensive lineman, a good tackle in the league is going to own you, absolutely own you.
That's what happened with that Tubby that played for the Bucks on the practice squad.
You mean was with Florida?
Yeah, the guy that was 460 pounds. Yeah, you got a lot of weight, but if you just are a lot of crap, you can't really do much.
Well, they didn't use him right.
No,
they just made him run instead of play. I mean, let him play. Who cares if he's 500 versus 480?
Because he couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
he had to get down a little bit.
He couldn't even play you couldn't.
Well, this guy's a different kind of athlete, and I think this guy will have some success in the NFL because I don't see a lot of slow white guys stopping him.
Grow your beard back, Bubba. Does it really look that bad? No.
You look younger.
Well, I should ask my doctor. He's not saying anything about it.
You don't look bad at all. No, let me in, sure. I know he usually is your first mirror on the wall.
How about I don't grow my beard back and just continue to try to diet and do that? That's what I think I'd rather do.
That would work.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Or you could just grow like neck beard to create a shadow.
When we return, right outside of the University of Indiana, national champions. The Indiana University campus is located in Bloomington, Indiana. Not a mass shooting there last night.
Jesus.
9 shot. I don't know how many dead. But we'll start peeling that back next.
Automatic microphone shut off. Engage.
Why? What'd they do now?
Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
I thought the fat one didn't really talk that much.
Hey, but
Anything?
No, I'm good, D. Thank you. Is everything all right, Lummy?
Yeah, no, I'm just hoping Dad, his screen is zoomed in because what's his name?
You don't even know.
Lasker. He couldn't see on Friday.
Did Lasker fuck it up?
Yeah, so
What
I'm trying to get it.
What do you do?
He just zoomed it in a lot because he couldn't see. I got it. So I'm trying to make it normal view now. Because Macho, what's his, last year took it, and then Macho zoomed it in, and now we're zooming it out, so.
Sorry my face is so fat, guys. Sorry. Sorry for the fat face. I don't even know who fucking said that.
J Tiz.
Who?
J Tiz.
Is he a dick? Pretty much. J Tiz, are you a dick? Do I need to block you? Speak up. J Tiz. No, I mean, it is what it is. I'm fat. As fat as fuck.
Who's a female, not a male judging you. A female says your skin looks very nice.
Yeah, but I'm fat, so.
What's up, Cash?
According to J Tiz.
What's up, Greg D? New York Greg.
According to J Tiz, who knows it all, I bet you J Tiz, if you put him on camera, he'd look like $1 million fucking bucks. Right?
Yep.
I bet you J Tiz is hot as fuck. You should. He can cast expersions. I don't even know if I said that right.
100%. When the injuries.
He can.
John, yeah, Dr. Dan, they talked about his eye last break.
What's up, Danny?
Dan's gonna be okay.
Kenny Powers, Carly Hall.
Dan just has so much to look at in life now that he just can't. He tired his eyes out.
Yep.
His eyes. Hello, everybody. Hey, J Tiz. No, it's good, J Tiz. You're good, buddy. That's your opinion. Whatever. I need to fucking have Dan suck out my 5th and 6th chin accordingly. No big deal, lover. I got to get to monitoring. We could have had a big, large donation. Or not.
Bubba, do you want an eye patch so we all can look like Dr. Dan?
No.
See how hard it is to fucking work with one eye?
It actually is.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to.
It's tough, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, and it's not the most becoming thing in the world. I think I'll take my fat over your eye patch.
Yeah,
oh my God, it might distract.
I definitely don't think I can drive like this.
Look at that nice brooch. What?
I don't think I can drive like this.
I can drive like this. It's hard.
Yeah, no shit.
Auto drive.
Does it kind of make you feel claustrophobic?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're good.
Hey, it's Bubba. Big Gus has already found all the salespeople he needs. He's already found the technicians he needs. Now he just needs you to come by your Mahindra, your Coyote, your Skag, your Steel. It doesn't matter. They got it. Tractor packages, zero-turn bundles, financing, parts. And it's all located at 1490 US 98 West, Mary Esther. More information, you can always go to BigGusTractor.com. Tell the Bubba Army.
Striving to reach new lows every day. It's Bubba the Love Sponge. Back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I had my mic on like a straight rookie. Sorry, I was coughing and clearing my throat during the Big Gus Tractor gimmick. Man, thank you to Big Gus and all that they do for us. The best. Your official Mahindra dealer, your official Skag dealer, Steel dealer, whatever you need, whether it's a big-ass tractor or just a Skag zero-turn lawnmower or a Skag, Jackal. They got it all, my friends. I think is it Big Gus Tractors or is it Big Gus Tractors and Supply? Will you look it up for me, Lonnie?
Yes, of course.
I want to make sure I give you guys the right domain. Last night, the Lightning pulled one out of their ass, and except for the first game, every game that the Lightning and the Montreal Canadiens have played have resulted in a 3-2 outcome. So the first game, Lightning lost in overtime 4-3.
So it's Big Gus Tractor.
BigGusTractor.com.
Yes.
In lovely Mary Esther right there. Thank you, Big Gus, for all that you do. I got a badass 51. I think it's a 5100 series Mahindra with like a 65 horsepower PTO that Gus loans me for my track, and it's just, phew. In fact, some of the last race I just had, and my next race is not for another like 3 weeks, but the last race I just had about a month ago, I genuinely think it was some of the best surface and some of the best passing that we had up on the high side in a long time, because that tractor that I got from Gus really, really has like a little bit, like 10 to 15 more horsepower than Billy's little John Deere that he had. And I really think that it mixed the new material in better, causing us to have a way better surface. So thank you, Gus. Thank you so much. Anything that you need, Gus has got it, my friend. So anyway, let me. The first game was exactly a week ago. Lightning get beat in overtime. Everybody freaks out. 4-3 overtime. Boom. Then game 2 in Tampa, Lightning win. In overtime, 4-3. I'm sorry, 3-2. Then game 3 in Montreal, Tampa Bay loses in overtime, 3-2. Then last night, Tampa Bay wins in Montreal, 3-2. So every games 2, 3, and 4, all the outcome was 3-2. It's back in Tampa Wednesday night. Then goes back to, it's going to at least go to, it's at least going to go 6 games now.
Yes,
right?
At least, yes.
So they're at least having one more game in Tampa and one more game in Montreal. So it goes Wednesday in Tampa, then Friday in Montreal, and then if there would need to be a game 7, it comes back and is a week from today in Tampa, game 7.
What a pain in the ass have to go back and forth to Canada.
I know. Here's the story.
They pay taxes in Canada for those games, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. They have to. And think about this, Dan. As you know, when you're in the NHL, it really, I think it's the only sanctioning body that it's based out of America, because I know that Major League Baseball has Toronto, so they have.
Does the basketball team have one? Is there a Canadian basketball team?
Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
Yes. So Toronto has an NBA franchise. I should say Canada has. Is it just Vancouver doesn't have?
No, they don't have that.
So
anymore.
Realistically, outside of NHL, the only two, it would be Major League Baseball with Toronto Blue Jays, and it would be the NBA with the Toronto Raptors.
Yes,
we should make them a state.
So here's the deal, Dan. If you're in the NHL, you're going to probably end up play everybody up there at least once, maybe twice, and if they're in your conference, way even more. A percentage of they play 82 games. So let's say you'd play like 12 games up there. 12 of your games are now being taxed not only by the U.S., but also by Canada, and by potentially, if Toronto has a county or city tax, you're going to pay all that. That's ridiculous.
Jeez. It is.
This is the story out of Bloomington, Indiana last night, or yesterday, I should say.
Overnight, at least 9 people were hurt following a mass shooting in Bloomington, Indiana. Police say a large crowd gathered outside stores and restaurants in the area, and that's where shots later rang out.
It is believed that a fight broke out between 2 females near the front.
2 feet. It's always. I'm not even going to speculate anything further. But everybody probably wants to can read my mind what I'm thinking. If we were
females that fight to the point of escalation where there's gunshots,
yes.
Yeah, I have something in my mind.
Yeah, can I can show you right here. This is what I'm thinking. I can't even play the audio on this one because there's a lot of N's and F's and S's and everything. But this is a girl at McDonald's.
Oh wow!
That didn't get her way.
A black girl hit the white employee.
Yeah,
that's what started it.
Mm-hmm.
Punched her in the face.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can just speculate all we want, or we can see the video that possibly was from that night. That you can see the crowds and just go from there.
I'd love to.
I just had it to you. I wouldn't play the volume, but
I wonder if let me just play the story from the chief of police to see if he scratches into it. If not, I'm certainly going to play what you sent me.
All right.
Of the Five Guys restaurant on Kirkwood during the fight.
Now, is Five Guys, have they priced themselves right out of the business? Because they're expensive.
They sure are.
I mean, they're like $14 if you just go in and get like a double and some fries, like $14, $15.
But I mean, so if you look at it too, if you look at McDonald's now, if you get just their pretty much double cheeseburger or whatever, like their big, what would be comparable to Five Guys, it's like $10, $11.
Really?
Yeah.
Multiple individuals can be seen drawing handguns, and it is believed that 2 separate individuals fired their weapons.
I had the best hamburger that I've had in a long time recently. And you know where it was from? Burger King.
Really?
It was delicious.
Wow.
It was just good. You know, I'd had a couple specialty burgers like Smash Burgers and Five Guys and Noble Burgers or whatever the Burger Fi. The best burger I've had was a silly old cheeseburger from, or it was a Whopper from Burger King. Unbelievable.
Box from the University of Indiana's campus. School officials say none of
9 shot.
Oh.
Those students were injured, and they were not current students, I should say.
All right, so that's the story. You have the footage, correct? So there's no speculation on the type of person that was involved in this particular deal, right? Like
correct.
we can visually see with our own eyes as to who was involved in this situation.
Yes.
Here we go. Hold on here. It keeps giving me one of these gimmicks.
Of course.
And I've even refreshed it now 2 or 3 times.
I know it works.
Of course.
It's plain, not mine.
It's just being a dick to me. Here we go. Hold on. You think I should attempt?
Yeah, I mean,
how about I attempt?
Yeah, okay.
Because I can always dump.
Yep.
I can always dump.
Yes.
Even if they say the N-word, I can still dump it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
This is some up close and personal footage from the shooting that happened in Bloomington, Indiana last night, injuring at least 9.
So here's the Five Guys.
Yeah, that's when.
That's fired. Shots fired.
Well, I speculated correctly.
Yes, you did.
I think
those are students, like real students.
No,
they were calling them students, but
yeah, I think they said nobody that got shot or hurt were students. I don't think anybody.
Was anyone in that crowd a student?
I don't know.
Anyone in that crowd own a book?
Oh, I doubt it. So, Lummy, remember this? So I've been getting. Dan, did you see this story?
I've seen stories like this. I got my prep late.
So this family right here, this man and wife, they go to this fertility clinic in Orlando, and they provide, an egg for her. They probably several eggs.
Right.
You know
and
how
a
that
batch
goes.
of sperm.
Batch of sperm. If
Put
not,
this that tube and they shake it up.
Well, you know how they do it. They do it in a petri dish, and they make a kid. They fertilize the egg. Here, let's play again the story because I got some inside information. I mean, I got some really good information.
Really?
Yeah, I can't disclose my source.
Ooh.
We have breaking new details just in involving the IVF mix-up case we've been following for months. I'm Jesse Pagan.
And I'm Lindsay Sablon. Those test results are in. West 2's Michelle Imparado's here in studio to break down what we're learning tonight.
Well, guys, we're learning the genetic parents of the baby caught in the middle of this heartbreaking lawsuit have been found.
So they found who the DNA that created this child. They found them. They found those people.
Oh.
Now, what they have not found is within this fertility clinic or what, they can't find this man and wife's stuff, this wife and this man, this couple, this husband and wife. They can't find their stuff anywhere. So, and Dan, now I found out that this couple here wants to keep this kid. Even though this kid has zero DNA of either one of these two, they have fallen so much in love with this baby that they want to keep the baby, and it's going to end up being a huge court deal because the unknown is they just located the rightful parents of this person and who donated the egg and who donated the sperm and who actually made this baby. Now, granted, this woman carried the baby, but, Dan, you can carry a baby and it have nothing to do with you.
Yeah, it's like picking up the wrong suitcase. I carried it all the way to New York.
Well, I mean,
it's not mine.
Women actually get paid for that. Women get paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
Surrogate women get paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take a very healthy girl and they'll implant it, and she'll be on her prenatal care and on.
It's like 150 grand.
It's
now,
like 150,000. So this couple wants to keep this baby, and it's going to be like all new case law. Because there is no case law out there stating, there's not a lot of case law. Dan, you'd probably be the first one that would acknowledge with me that probably 80 or 90% of legal work is case law. You're relying on,
common law is based on that. It's a precedent.
Right, so you're like, hey, well, my point's valid because of, Jones versus McGillicuddy back in 75, Washington, and, yippee-yo, and it sets precedent on. And so there's really not a lot of case law where people were given complete different, not even anything to do with you. Your wife termed out and, carried this baby, delivered this baby, you fell in love with this baby, but this baby has nothing to do with you. But what they don't know, and they're going to find out soon, because they just located the mom and dad, or you have one or two things are going to happen here. Either the rightful owners of this baby are going to be like, listen, we don't really care that you carried it for 12 months, and we didn't really want to have a baby, So you go ahead and just keep the baby. You keep the baby. You keep it. We're not going to fight you on it or anything like that. Or, Dan, they're going to be like, no, that's our baby. That has my husband's sperm into my egg. Thank you for carrying it. And that's the hospital or this clinic's problem, not ours. But that is supposed to be, that's our baby. And we want it back.
Well, I have a couple of thoughts on this. First of all, if they decided that they wanted to keep the baby, then they wouldn't have much of a lawsuit.
No, I don't think it is there?
No, I mean, what's the damages? They want the baby. My thought is, if it was the other way around, and let's assume that there is their baby in the wrong parent's hands, would they not want their genetic baby? They just want this stranger, even though she carried it. I mean, just substitute the carrying for the other carrying.
I know, but I mean,
what would you do, Bubba? I mean, if your baby was in another couple and you had another couple's baby, even though you had
no, but hold on,
your wife carried her.
Dan, you don't understand. There is no other side to it.
Well, I don't understand.
Meaning, there's not like the other couple didn't carry their baby.
Well, I understand
So
that.
there's only one baby. There was only one baby made.
So far they found. There could be another baby that's in the wrong hands that they still haven't located yet.
Well, they haven't been able to find the people that are on our screen. They've not been able to find their egg or sperm. They've not been able to find it.
Well, she's got the eyes of a gecko.
Well, Dan doesn't.
She can't see anything. She probably didn't realize it's not hers.
That doesn't matter. So, it's like this is just get really. This is about ready to get really interesting because if the rightful mom and dad say, "Hey, we want that baby," like. It's going to be interesting to see how the judicial system navigates through this because there's not a lot of case law. And the
Greg D,
$20. Is that my boy, New Yorker? God, that guy. I mean, I'm so thankful for Big Red and Bob Cook and just the Nash brothers and Creatine Travis and Snook and Angus and everybody that's helping with the new studios. But Greg D is the man. He is just, this guy came out of nowhere and has just really stepped. Thank you so much, Greg D.
And Stephen Mills sued a Seminole County IVF.
See, like, now, Dan, I would be like, if it's me and my wife and this little kid pops out, yeah, maybe I fell in love with it. And sure, I might want to keep it, but I also may not want to keep it too, because like it'd be tough to know like this is not my baby, and this baby's parents are identifiable. Like it isn't like they just ran off and put the baby in the river, and you found it, and the parents don't want to be involved.
Exactly.
Like the parents, I guess the whole big whodunit is they don't know quite where the parents stand yet on the position, if they want it or not. But I don't know that I could raise a baby that I knew was not mine.
So okay, now Bubba, now put yourself in the foot of the other couple. They don't have a baby. They found that this baby, which is genetically theirs, was wrongfully implanted into this woman.
Yeah.
And that's their baby. I would fight tooth and nail to get my baby back.
I would too.
And I don't know what the defense would be.
But where the lawyers are, the rightful parents have not yet given their indication as to what they want. And I would say, Dan, like this whole thing boils down to what they want, and it's pretty much that simple. What they want is probably going to be exactly to the letter of the law as to what the judicial system does, right?
Yes.
I mean, like if they're like, hey, we want our baby back.
If they push it.
I mean, what case law?
There's not a lot, Bubba.
Like,
it's going to have it's novel law. And
the parents that have the baby now, there's not a lot of law to stand behind, because this is like there's not a lot of precedents to stand right behind. Like there's
Bubba, if you had a horse, if you go back to like horses and think of it like properly like that way, if you had a horse that was yours and it was branded and it broke out, and then someone 15 miles away found the horse, raised the horse, and 5 years later you're like, oh my God, that's my horse. That's your horse.
Yeah.
It goes back to you.
This is a little more in-depth than that.
Just a little bit, yeah.
But yeah, I want my horse back. But there, I would think, Dan, there might be a chance that these people... Now, Lummy, do these people... Or, Dan, maybe I should ask you. Do people get paid sometimes to give sperm and eggs as a donor, and, like, they pay you for that?
Yes.
So what I'm saying is,
and those people sometimes come on the backside and say, no, I want it.
So what I'm saying is, there is a chance where they were just, getting paid to provide sperm and eggs to a fertility clinic, and maybe it's a pretty good amount, so that you do that. But you don't ever provide them your sperm and your eggs with the mindset of we want a baby. You just provide it as an anonymous donor so that people like this can potentially have babies, right?
Yes.
So if that's if they were just trying to make a little bit of a payday while giving some sperm and eggs, then maybe this is like something to be on the Waffle House.
But I think they mix up both. I don't think they just mix up the sperm or the egg. I think they mix up both halves
so
of
it
it.
looks like this place doesn't like you can't just donate and get paid. It looks
All
like
right.
if you donate,
so this is
you're getting a kid.
if you donate, you're donating to create a child that you potentially are going to have.
And also, some people like freeze their eggs and sperm at this place so they could have a baby in a couple years, maybe.
Oh.
So.
Oh, okay. So like this can be like a cold storage warehouse for women's eggs and men's sperms.
Yes.
So like, listen, we're not ready to have a baby right now, and I'm getting a little bit older, but I'm going to free it. Well, I don't have any more sperm because I have a vasectomy. But so
you have sperm.
I do.
You still have it.
Remember, Dr. Dan says it just goes back in your body
You
and just goes to your
ejaculate
stomach.
into your scrotum.
Yeah.
Lots to clean up.
Yeah, my volume has decreased. It does decrease when you do get a vasectomy, which I don't. I mean, I never analyze my volume. Like, oh. So anyway, I
guess with the lawyer, there's lawyers also pushing. They want to do DNA tests on all the babies for the last 5 years.
Out of this
There's
place.
been a lot of other mistakes.
Oh, supposedly this place, Dan, filed for because this is really getting to be a big deal here. Supposedly they filed for bankruptcy.
Trying to be protective.
Yeah.
So
Because
they may be judgment proof. They may be known to sue ultimately.
Oof.
Yeah, would that not be horrible?
Well, can you imagine if the 5 years, so many other ones were misidentified?
Oh my God!
When this happens, there often are multiple mistakes.
Right.
When you find one that's so egregious, go back and start auditing. You can usually find that oh my God, there's 30 kids that don't belong with their parents, which is an absolute tragedy.
I mean, think about that. Like. Usually, Dan, something this egregious is not a one-timer. Like, they've been messing up for a while.
Right. There's some policies and procedures that need to be adjusted.
Can you imagine that family that has that 5-year-old that they messed up?
Oh my God. Man. By the time you're 5, you love the kid to death more than anything in the world,
and
right?
the kid kind of knows who you are. I mean, imagine if someone walked in and took Walker.
Like that, hold on, see, like that little kid they showed the picture of?
Yeah.
That little kid doesn't really, it's one. It's 9-10 months.
Yeah.
But like Walker, who's 4, he knows that, and you rip him away from a mom and dad because somebody else's?
Yeah.
And then,
and he has a professional career and someone else's family becomes filthy rich? How pissed would you be, Lovey?
Lovey's on Skid Row. Oh, my God.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Harborough TV, I had it attached right now. What's up? J-Law, Bronco, Bud Monaco, Global, Semi-Autoglass, Orbit.
Travis, Semi-Auto.
Holy Oak, Jess Heat, Black Guy in Cali, Twarters. Wakanka. Jack of the Doll. Chop it up. Iggy, good morning. Great thing.
Ig. Hi, Ig.
Big Red, good morning. Jonesy.
Hey, Dan, will a hydrocodone, whatever I'm taking, I just took one, but will it give you dry mouth a little bit?
Maybe, yes.
Okay.
You got dry mouth? Do you have any gum you can chew for 5 minutes?
Do I need what?
Do you have any gum you can chew for 5 minutes?
I'm just going to just pound water.
Danny Spindle can. Good morning. Assassination.
Just going to pound water.
What's up, Boy Perez? 843. $3.
Hello, everybody. Let me see what we got going on here. I got that. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Andrew Lee.
Is Dan holding the fort down? I think he is. Did they give you any drops or anything, Danny, to put in it?
No. But I see another doctor this morning at 9, so I gotta leave like 5 10 of. That's okay.
You can leave. Probably leave more like 10, 15 of, so you're not late, going 5,000 miles an hour.
Michael V.
I can't wait to pass this fucking stone.
I bet. Are you gonna do a commercial on the way in?
What's that?
You gonna do a commercial on the way into this break?
Well, you need to go pee?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go. Yeah, I'll do something. Go ahead.
I just realized it.
I'm going to do a skag you need to send to me.
No problem.
No problem.
Stephen Taylor, $50. Thank you, Stephen Taylor.
Thank you, Stephen Taylor. A little bit slow today.
Austin Wolf, 25.
Oh my God, what's up, Austin Wolf? We need you to come look at the Gizzo.
Listen up, freak shows! He's back. Living proof that a man can live without a brain. Back to Bubba!
I cannot emphasize to you enough, and we're getting right now, up north is not having near the hellacious spring that we're having down here. We can't even get grass to grow down here right now. We are in the middle of one of the worst droughts ever that I've ever seen. I got a badass Skag Turf Tiger 2 72-inch 3-cylinder diesel ready just to mow the hell out of anything. You could probably mow 15 acres a day, if not more. Way more with my badass Skag Turf Tiger 2 full commercial Willie, and I can't.
You got a nice fleet.
I got some really nice stuff.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. If you're living in any other place in America besides Florida, you're probably having to mow your grass. I know Indiana is getting a ton of water, which means the grass grows. And Larry's been running their Skags nonstop. But if you're looking for a mower, my friends, it's look no further than Skag. Whether you're in Ocala with Mike's Lawnmower Supply, whether you're in obviously Wesley Chapel over by Ulummy and less of Wesley Chapel.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't matter. Eel. I think Larry's distributor up in Indiana is called Eel River. whether you're up there. Skag is American made. You can go to skag.com. And within that, let me products, the company resources. You can go to their racing page. You can look more into their company. They're huge into automation. It's a division of Metalcraft, and it's right there in Mayville, Wisconsin. So here's Tom Bean's looking for a zero turn in his cabin up in LJ, and I was looking at them. I went down to Les of Wesley Chapel, Lummy, and was looking at the Tiger Cat 2, the 52-inch Tiger Cat 2.
Oh, nice.
So this is what I'm kind of looking for Tom. Let me see here.
The Skag
Tiger Cat 2.
52.
52 inches?
52 inches.
Is that like kind of in between commercial and residential?
No, this is commercial.
This is a commercial?
This is commercial, but it's on the smaller side of it.
So you can put it somewhere. You can put it in your garage. It's not going to be the size of a SUV.
Yeah, you can. Yes, it's
setting the standard.
52, 61, 72 are what they come in. But no, this is still a commercial grade mower.
Standard in mid-size zero-turn riders. Highly maneuverable and equally tough and productive. The Tiger Cat 2 delivers what you need to tackle any.
So, even Dan, if you had that large, Tiger Cat 2 will get to it.
It's fast. I can't believe how fast it was moving.
And this is the blackout one they got, the blackout kit. Let me see.
How much is one of those?
Let's price it out here. Here we go.
If I have an early retirement, I'm doing this.
Oh, so let me.
You could use one for your yard as it is.
Yeah. I could just move the left side of it.
Hold on here.
Someone else do the right side.
So I got a. Here we go. I got a Tiger Cat 52. They make everything from a Vanguard big block to a Kohler to a Kawasaki. I
don't understand, Bubba, because all these big things have 15 engine options. Why is that so? All the brands, they always have you get the Kohler, you can get the Cummins.
The Kohler electronic fuel injection has 25 horsepower, whereas the Kawasaki has 26. Whereas the Kohler, the other Kohler, the Pro 888 has 29 horsepower. Or you can get the Kohler 888 EFI electronic fuel injection 34. Or you can get the Vanguard with 28, or the big block for 36 horsepower.
It's so many choices.
Oh yeah, I mean there's just so many.
I see that. Which one do you get?
I think Dan would probably. I think Tom Bean would probably get the Kohler Command Pro 888 electronic fuel injection. Retail on it's about 14 and change. 34 horsepower, more than enough that you need to go zip up and down in your $4.5 million log home mansion in LJ, Georgia. So, yeah, this is a nice unit. This is
three blades. That's cool.
Yeah, 3 blades. This is a nice unit. This is a really nice unit. So I gotta show Tom. I'm supposed to go over to his office in the next couple.
That's
days.
a reasonable price. $14,000 for that?
Yeah,
that's not unreasonable. I thought it would be like 25.
No. I mean, Skags, on the usually the little bit of higher side than some of these junk ass mowers that like the Graveleys and the X Marks and things like that. They try to be like Skag, but Skag is like. If you talk to anybody like Aaron from Average Joe or anything like that, they'll tell you that Skag is probably the best well-built zero-turn riding mower in America.
It was. I was talking to a different kind of lawn dog on Saturday, not Average Joe, but a different guy that owns another commercial. And I was asking him what you used, and I said, well, I kind of started pushing him towards Skag, and he said, I wish we could go to Skag, because once you buy Skags, you have them for life. They're a lifetime mower.
Listen, Dan, before I got to know Randy, the CEO, and Maria, I think she might be the CFO. I don't know what she is. You know what she is? She's the real boss, Maria. She really is. But anyway, before I got to know them, Dan, I have an 86 Skag at my track. An 86 with I think for 3,500 or 4,000 hours.
It's 40 years old?
It's 40 years old.
And it's still kicking.
And it still can go out and mow 15 or 20 acres in a day.
Wow.
And it, like I showed a picture to Randy. He's like, man, it's time to retire that. I'm like, Randy, I'd like to retire it, but why should I? It runs like hell. I can keep hours off my big mower. He's like, well, what do you mean keep hours off your big mower? I'm like, well, you know, yeah, but here's the thing, Lummy. I'm not going to let drunk Dave or weed whipper Greg at the track. Like, I take the keys to my Skag.
Good.
And I let them drive the 86. I don't let too many people drive my three cylinder diesel 72-inch Turf Tiger Miguel. The best ever.
Listen, that should show the quality of Skag. If you got an 86 Skag and you're letting drunk Dave drive it every week.
I mean, yeah.
They're still kicking.
It's the best. Randy,
so are those new Skags all diesels or are they gas?
No, they got diesel, they got gas.
Both? They
got electric. Skag has electric too. Oh. Their whole EFI series. Look at this, Lummy. Hold on here. Products. Boom. Electric mowers.
Look at that.
Look at that. I mean, so Dan, they got a full blown electric. Hold on.
I wonder how quiet
I wonder what they sound like. Let's
Electrify your lawn care lineup and give your lawn an envy-inducing cut with the Skag EVZ. The first electric-powered unit in Skag's industry-leading lawnmower lineup, the EVZ.
So Dan, you just plug this big-ass battery in the back.
Ensures clean and quiet operation at home or on the job. Like its gas-powered siblings, the EVZ is productive, maneuverable, smooth and comfortable to operate, easy to maintain, and built tough for years of dependable performance. The durable, fully fabricated and welded Hero Cutter Deck provides a professionally manicured finish to help set your yard above.
So anyway, Dan, the one thing that I hear from people that do lawn maintenance for a living is that the decks are kind of like the first thing that might start going on your mower as it gets older and it starts getting a bunch of sand in it, and like your decks start to go. And I've heard that by far the best heavy duty, more industrial, commercial grade decks are what Skag are known. Like very rarely does a deck wear out on a Skag. Because they're just so.
That's the backbone.
That's the backbone. Is your deck? Yeah. So anyway, man, go to skag.com, find out where your nearest dealer is, and go down there and kick the tires around and talk to your guy about anything. I mean, go out and test drive them all. But I promise you, the Skag might be a little bit more. It might be a couple $100 more, but you get what you pay for. You really do. You get what you pay for.
You'll have a mower in 10 years and not buy another one.
Yeah.
He's the biggest YouTuber on the planet.
I recreated every single set from Squid Game in real life.
Jimmy Donaldson, better known as Mr. Beast, has built a multi-billion-dollar empire with more than 470 million.
Is he a billionaire?
I believe so. Man. I believe he is.
Let me see here. Hey, Alexa. Good morning. Good morning, Alexa.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Of course not. Hey, Alexa. How much is Mr. Beast worth?
Mr. Beast, also known as Mr. Beast, is worth an estimated $2,600,000,000 US and makes around $50 million US per month.
Dan, hold on. 150 million a month. A month.
Pretty good.
Oh my God. Good luck to you. Well, that's why this is happening. I'm not saying that that maybe he didn't do this, because he might have. I don't know. I'm not going to give you I don't know for a fact whether he did this or not, but you start playing with those kind of numbers, and maybe a girl that you messed around with consensual, now all of a sudden it's not consensual, and they can and do you notice how, man, with regards to this sort of thing, they'll roll it back to 1975 if they have to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they'll roll it back to 75.
Subscribers drawn to videos like these.
In this video, we are building 10 schools all around the world.
But this morning, a former employee is suing his production company.
I was yelled at, cursed at,
Lorraine Mavromatis
Okay, so you're yelling. I mean,
claims she was subject to sexual harassment and gender bias.
I was obligated to attend one-on-one meetings at the CEO's house by myself in an upstairs room only lit by a side lamp.
Her lawsuit claims
all right.
male employees would tell women to shut up in meetings and mock female participants in Mr. Beast videos.
All right, that probably is not cool, but I don't know how illegal
There's nothing
that
to do
is.
with anything.
I mean, it's not cool by all means, and people can make their own determination as to whether they want to follow you or be a fan of Mr. Beast based on you being a dick to women. But it's not, I don't think it's
And she doesn't have to work there.
She says after returning from maternity.
Yeah, you don't have to work there, guys. Oh, so she returned from maternity.
So she gets 4 months off, then she comes back and she, reports someone for double parking.
Probably.
To videos. She says after returning from maternity leave, she was fired.
And the reason was, and I quote, "You are too high of a caliber for this position."
The company denies
They complimented her on the way out.
the accusations, saying the lawsuit
That never happens here.
is built on deliberate misrepresentations and categorically false statements. It cites messages on a company Slack channel about a meeting in which Mavromatis allegedly wrote, "I need to cancel and postpone. I'm actually in labor at the hospital as we speak."
All right.
So the whole production company has to shut down because she's in labor. And you wonder why she's not a true asset.
A coworker replying, "You shouldn't even be checking Slack now," sending a big hug and lots of
Yeah, go get somebody. I would say somebody, please drive her to the hospital now. Right, Dan? If somebody at your work was, pregnant and you knew they were pregnant and their water broke, you'd be like, "Jen, get her out, get her to the hospital immediately." Or maybe even you would assist. I don't know. If I don't think that sneaks up on you that much where you'd have to have them right there in the office. I think you could get them to a facility. Could you not?
It depends. Drop it right there if you have to.
But I mean, you certainly have the skill set to be able to deliver a baby, do you not?
Oh, I can deliver a baby.
Have you delivered babies?
Yes.
Mr. Beast spoke at the Time 100 summit.
There's a lot of attention right now.
Now, see, outside of this very vague story that's not giving us any details, are there any details? Can you look to see if there's any? This is a couple days ago. I don't know if this was just, I don't know if something's transpired or has she filed a lawsuit? Is there any specifics?
Your company culture. Yeah. Are there things you'd like to change?
Yeah, I mean, that's always something that people talk about. Because I started this business when I was 11, so obviously I didn't even know what that word meant back then.
Mavromatis says she has evidence to prove her claims. Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
She has evidence to prove her claims. And
what was her last name again?
He's the biggest YouTuber on the planet.
I recreated.
I think it's the same thing I just went through.
It looks like she's suffered.
The clout-chasing complaint is built upon deliberate and misrepresentations and categorically false statements, and we have the receipts to prove it. There is extensive evidence, including Slack and WhatsApp messages, company documents, and witness testimony. Whatever. You got to tell me out here, Dan. The unequivocally. That unequivocally. Yeah, that unequivocally.
Yes.
I think refutes her claims. We will not submit to an optimistic lawyers looking to manufacture a payday from us, the spokesperson said. According to the lawsuit, the company's former CEO insists that Mavromatis, who is the girl, met him at his home for one-on-one meetings while commenting on the way she looked in her clothes. And if you're the boss man, and you, like Dan, you work around a lot of attractive women, you probably can't say nothing.
But the thing is, though, I mean that you're devaluing the female employee, and the problem is when you have women that you cannot, like, if my assistant's a guy, I can say, "Hey, Blummy, come over. It's 10 o'clock. I need to talk to you for 2 hours. Hey, that's a cool shirt." That's not a problem. But now it's a girl. You gotta have a chaperone. You can't say nothing. You have to be super. You have to, hands off. You have to be, you have to be super, super, super careful.
I mean, you
can't treat them like you would treat another employee because you have to oh God, anything I do, I say anything nice to her, it's going to be sexual harassment. I can't be alone with a room with her.
So here's the thing, man. Even if you were just trying to be nice, you're like,
be polite.
Hey, you know what? That new haircut you got looks good.
Right.
That really,
nice watch.
Yeah. Or wow, that looks cute. That's nice. While you're on the other side of the room, mixing up some Botox or doing your own thing, and you're just chit-chatting with her before the patient comes in or whatever, that all could be construed as, oh my God, sexual harassment. It's incredible. And then
and women wonder why they don't get these high power positions, because as soon as they do and something goes bad, they sue.
According to Mr. Beast, it looks like her entire team was laid off during that time as they were reorganizing. So, and it was men and women.
Her entire, you mean the
team, so they have, obviously different little teams, and during that time they were reorganizing.
The whole division got canned?
Yes.
Yeah, so it wasn't her.
Men and women. But she says she's had a post-traumatic
but hold on. So far, I've not seen her produce anything that would be a problem, like having a meeting at his house one-on-one, and I can see where that could be. Dan, he should have had a chaperone, but she didn't say.
Really? 2 adults? You have to have a chaperone? Seriously? On a meeting?
Unfortunately, Dan, in today's world, yes.
It's not like he slipped her like a Bill Cosby drink.
I'm not trying to say I agree with it. I just say it's the bullshiz world that we live in.
With the guy worth $2.6 billion.
And then intensify your worth by, then now we have people that have, way different bad intention mindsets. What you think is just an innocent meeting that you're having that shouldn't be a problem can now be a problem, even though it shouldn't be a problem. But when you're worth $2.5 billion, everything could be a problem. Saying, you know what? Oh my Lord, it's a beautiful day out today. What he said beautiful, he was meaning I was beautiful, and he wanted to. No, I don't know. Intensify how much you're worth by people's mindset and how bad they want to shove it up your ass and get you bent over a lawsuit. And Dan, as well as I do, when you have that kind of money, there comes a Stephen Diaco that takes you aside and said, "Hey, listen, bro, it's going to be $250,000-$300,000 to defend this, and it's going to be very stressful for you and just really take you off your vibe, or we could just write them a little check and they'll go away." And it's Dan, that's all that they're looking for.
They just want to go away.
They just want a little shakedown.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's completely false, nothing inappropriately happened, but because you had a meeting with him at 10 o'clock in his office one night, just you and him, nothing happened, he didn't touch you. Now you can say all these bad things that happened. He touched me.
Were you 8 months pregnant? During the meeting?
Yeah, they were. They were pregnant, weren't they?
Oh, was she pregnant when she went to his house alone? Worried about him touching this
it
pregnant
doesn't
woman?
because I guess she worked there for 3 years, but she said the place was like a boys' club, and the men were allowed to be a little more childish than the women, and women were.
And what's wrong with that? That's what that shouldn't be a problem. Us men are more childish and
streamer. This isn't Pfizer either, by the way. This is an internet goofball.
This isn't Apple, right?
Yes.
Right.
I don't know what this next thing's gonna do. I knew I was gonna play it for Dan. He could help me navigate through it. But this is. I think this went clear to the Supreme Court. This went clear to the Supreme Court, and I think they ruled against a ruling from Colorado about gender affirming surgery, and how potentially the way that I initially read this, and I could be wrong, is that they're overturning or allowing a judge's ruling that in Colorado the school could help a kid go through gender reaffirming therapy and maybe even the surgery without letting the mom and dad know. I think
they'll never hold up
unless, Dan, this is a Supreme Court. Like, what happens if they make a ruling? Like, what's the next step if you don't like their outcome?
A congressional act.
Okay. This is, I could interpret it wrong. I could interpret it where they made the right decision and says, no way you could be able to do that.
Yeah.
But I think I might have, that's not the way I understood it. But I'm dumb. And I've been going through a lot, and I got a kidney stone, and I'm in a lot of pain, and there's a ton of moving pieces that are happening in my life right now. I'm trying to get, this move is really stressing me
I
out.
can imagine. Oh, yeah.
And my kidney stones are usually triggered by stress. And I think I'm really, 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 really stressed out. Like I've been internalizing it the best I can, but I'm about ready to have a meltdown.
Oh boy.
Breaking moments ago from the High Court, one of the case we're watching.
So Dan, put your smart guy headphones on.
Yes.
And see if you can help me wade through this, okay?
Supreme Court ruling against a Colorado law banning so-called conversion therapy for LGBTQ children. Shannon Bream watching this and getting the ruling now. What was decided? Good morning to you, Shannon.
Hey, Bill, good to see you. So a therapist out there in Colorado challenged this law when it was passed, saying, I need to be able to counsel clients for whatever services they're seeking. So the court looked at this, finally decided 8-1 in her favor.
8-1, Dan. Like, that's a landslide ruling. 8-1.
Right.
Striking down that law in Colorado. I want to read you part of what they said. They said it's censoring speech based on viewpoint. Specific things. It says the First Amendment stands as a shield against any effort to enforce orthodoxy in thought or speech in this country. It goes on to say, even if you have good intentions in this law, if you suppress speech based on a particular viewpoint, it just can't stand up. I mean, 8-1. There was only one dissenter here. It was Justice Jackson. She has said that this ruling is potentially catastrophic. She says the majority finds at bottom that Colorado likely cannot legislate to protect the children of its state if by doing so it happens to keep state licensed healthcare providers from saying what they want to minors. She goes on to say it will ultimately risk grave harm to Americans' health and well-being. She says you should be able to regulate the speech of somebody who's providing care to minors. 8-1, majority of the court did not think so.
So, Dan, I think I interpreted it correctly,
Nope.
meaning, I did. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me break
I know about this decision, and I thought you were talking about a different decision. So what this is saying is conversion therapy is when the counselor tries to talk a child who thinks he's gay out of being gay.
Okay.
That's what conversion therapy is. It's not gender reassignment therapy. So what it's saying is that the counselors have a right to use their techniques to treat the patients in the way that they see fit with the consent of the parent. Has nothing to do with parents being out of this picture either. So what it's saying is if you have a kid that's a boy that's playing with dolls and G.I. Joes and Barbies and he doesn't know what's going on, that you as a parent can go to a conversion therapy type program where they will try to redirect the child's feedback system
to
help make it more hetero than homosexual.
So the law, the initial ruling or law that came down that they ruled against was the Colorado Supreme Court or whatever judicial system within Colorado came up with a
the legislature came up with a law saying these conversion therapy places should be illegal.
Yes,
okay.
They banned them.
So
they banned them.
So the lawmakers of Colorado, through House and Senate hearings within their state on the state level, came up with legislation that was going to make it illegal to be able to talk to kids about this subject matter.
To be able to use the conversion therapy, which is often religious-based, into convincing these children who are confused that they should be heterosexual and not homosexual. The legislature was against that. They banned it. And the counselors that do the conversion therapy are the ones that sued and were successful. This decision also highlights the incompetency
of this. Is this the right call?
Yes.
This is the right call. Okay.
It is the right call.
To the tune of I mean, when's the last time you saw anything in the Supreme Court go 8-1?
It's very rare, and it
Right.
just shows you how misinformed, misinterpreting, unintelligent, and crazy this lone justice is. She is an embarrassment to the Supreme Court.
This Johnson?
She doesn't understand law.
What's her name? Johnson?
Yeah, Jackson. She doesn't understand law. She's the one that couldn't answer what's the definition of a woman. She is nothing but an activist and a puppet to her constituents.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you were able to break it down for me as to what we were talking about here, because I thought that they were, trying to cut the parents out of these important decisions with regards to your child's sexuality, and that these counselors could go and determine that or help these kids therapeutically get through various thoughts of homo or hetero or whatever type of sexuality they may be struggling with, that they could have those conversations without the parents knowing. And that's not this piece at all.
No.
So
and you know what's interesting, Bubba? Surprise, surprise, I'm single these days, and the girls that I've been going out with, they're not in their 60s.
The women,
the women, they're on the younger side. No. But what they're saying is the reason that they are not dating guys of their age is because they say they have absolutely no masculinity anymore. They're like, the guys are all like girls. And they can't stand it. The guys between
there's no alpha
20 and 40 years old have lost their dicks. I even wrote a story about where's my dick.
They've lost their alpha.
Wow. I sent it to Lummy. It's about a story about a boy that lost his dick.
Dan, can we make, for radio purposes, can we make that penis?
Okay,
just because it's medical,
okay,
and you're a doctor.
Okay, right.
Right? Double insulated there.
Right.
Where's my penis?
Right. Where's? It was someone's. Yeah, it was a different name.
So you wrote a story. You wrote a whole story about it.
Mm-hmm. Sent it to Lummy.
How many pages is it?
It's like a page.
Is it something that we could read on the air?
It would take about 2 minutes to read. It may be kind of long for radio.
Did you email it to me?
I sent it to you.
Now, where did you publish this?
I didn't publish it. I just wrote it and I sent it to Lummy.
Just because it was. Well,
funny.
Hold on. Were you in bed? Were you taking a poop? Did you just happen to have 2 extra minutes where you wanted to put pen to paper? You got to give me some background here.
I was irritated and wrote a story.
Oh, it's on Wednesday.
Right, remember?
Okay, yeah, okay.
So it's for what, Lummy? Lummy. Why do I feel? Why do I feel like? Why do I feel like a guest in my very own studio?
Well, no, because
I don't even know
Wednesday.
what's going on.
This is from Wednesday, Bubba. So I had to go back to find it. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. Just tell me what I'm missing here.
It looks like Dr. Dan wrote a story about a person.
An op-ed, if you will.
Yes. No,
that's a short story.
He wrote a short story
about like a guy.
What's the title of it?
Hi, my name is Jim, and I lost my penis.
If you want, the first sentence starts out this: "Where is my penis?" Question mark, and it said Brian woke up with a strange, hollow feeling. At first, he couldn't place it. The morning light came in. Just like always, his alarm buzzed. It's like
so.
Always.
Is this? Hold on. Is this kind of a rebuttal to Danatol?
It might.
All right.
It might be rabbit. It might.
I mean, he's allowed to poke fun at you with your Danatol. Why can't you poke fun with him with a short story called "Where's My Penis"?
I will print this. Let me print this.
Once you print it,
yeah, I'm gonna do that.
And we come back with it.
No problem.
All right. Dan's new short story called "Where's My Penis." Now, let me ask you a question, Dan. Since you're the writer, I think maybe you perhaps should do the narration. Would you have a problem with that?
I could.
Like
I could read it.
Like when they do, audio books.
Sure, I'll be like Obama.
It's the author that reads his writings.
I'm going to be honest, Dan. I thought that's what you were going to do, like just record it here and then play it. So I'm sorry.
Okay,
I get it printed.
Okay.
Well, we can do a live rendition of it next.
100%.
All right, so here we go. Dan's new short story called "Where's My Penis." We'll do that next.
It's not what you think.
What? Since when?
Actually, it's much less. Much less. Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Okay, tell him I'm standing by. Tell Gary he's been kicking ass.
Kicking ass, Gary. Yeah, we killed it over the weekend on all our platforms. Followers and.
We got our Google AdSense working yet?
It should be. I gotta pull. It's on a different computer back there. I gotta pull it up. Okay. It should come in.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. 2
9
9
9
9
6
6
0
0 2. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you. Yeah, can you see it now?
I can see it now. With this, my glasses.
If you want to follow along, you can have this copy then. It's just better. It's bigger. Just easier to.
Thank you, Warren. Thank you, Warren Commission. Oh my God, this is quite long.
What's up, Steve? Thank you, Guru.
Hey, it's Bubba the Love Sponge. If you're looking for a Volkswagen or any quality used vehicle, it's Volkswagen of Wesley Chapel. You can get financing as low as 0% APR on new VWs and as low as 1.9 APR on certified pre-owned. Over 200 new VWs in stock. Over 200 used vehicles in stock. You're looking for a specific car or truck or something they don't have? They'll find it for you. Mention Bubba Army, get an additional $1,000 off new or used. No questions asked. Ask for my boy Rolo. For more information, go to VWofWC.com. Volkswagen of Wesley Chapel.
Attention, people of Earth. A big fat blip on corporate's radar screen. This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Monday, April 27, 2026. Got to get into, after we go through Dan's new short story, if you will. We'll get into Casey Anthony said that her father sexually assaulted her.
Surprise, surprise.
If I was her dad, I'd be like, listen, bitch, don't be that's ridiculous. Also, the big news, and we haven't quite gotten into this just because everybody's getting into it, but we do have to get to it at one time or another, and that is there was a shooting, last night in the White House. The Journal?
Yeah, White House Correspondent.
White House Correspondent dinner.
It wasn't at the White House though.
It was at a hotel.
Yeah. Okay, so this is just another example as to why they can't have a lot of these meetings and gatherings and galas and what have you at the White House because they don't have the room, which is why Trump's trying to add on to the East Wing. Or whatever. I think it is the East Wing that he's trying to add on to, so they can not have to have. Listen, do you know how much easier it would be to secure the White House in a facility where you already have a Secret Service presence and their own offices and their own infrastructure, instead of taking it, everything that they went, every type of security protocol that people had to go through last night had to be brought in temporarily at best. All the metal detectors and all that kind of stuff is stuff that the Secret Service has to bring in and set up. I'm sure this hotel's not naturally equipped with any of that. And that's makes stuff like this far easier to pull off than if it was in their own backyard on a facility that they already have infrastructure. So I'm all for Trump building this new East Wing so that they can have all of these type of functions, these larger functions that they don't currently have the room for. Now we do. Now they do. And it's my understanding that he got it all privately funded. Like it's not costing the American taxpayers anything.
And I don't believe when they built the swimming pool or the bowling alley or any other big modifications they've done to the White House, it was all done under private funding. It was done by public funding, and no one complained.
When George W. Bush put his own salad bar in, with a sneeze guard, I think, listen.
No one complains.
But here's the deal. I don't think I'm wrong on this. Whether you agree with this this huge $300 or $400 million addition that Trump's putting on to the White House, I think he's got it all privately funded. And
Yes.
It's all been privately subsidized, and it's infrastructure that, quite frankly, they said won't even be done until he's gone, and so he's really building it for the next guy,
right?
Whether that person be Republican or Democrat, he's building it for the next generation of presidents.
Right. It's pathetic that they have to host King Charles with a tent.
Yeah.
This isn't the Saudi Arabia in the desert where we're doing a little oasis. This is the White House, and we have to use tents. It's pathetic.
This probably being able to run through a temporary makeshift metal detection area, you're probably not going to be able to do that when it's at the White House, and that is your Secret Service home base, and your entrances are already equipped with all that stuff, and you're not having to haul it in on the back of trucks and things like that to be a temporary one-night only gig.
Yeah, well, and also
they're lucky we didn't lose. I'm just saying, man, they're lucky we didn't lose another one last night.
Well, you got to think too is like it was at a hotel, so the hotel can't close down and kick anyone out. So this guy he rented a room,
right?
Patron,
yeah. He had a key card to get him to the at least various spots.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll get to that. There was a shooting yesterday at the Correspondents dinner that President Trump and J.D. Vance, both the president and vice president, were there. I think the person that got hit was an ass-kicking Secret Service guy that put his body threw his body in the line of fire. And we're getting details as this is all unraveling or unfolding. And I think that they caught the guy immediately. I'm glad. I like when they catch him, and they don't smoke him, because now we can maybe
torture him.
Well, I got to think, Dan, this is definitely the death penalty. This has got to be the death penalty.
It was an attempted murder.
I think.
He didn't kill anyone.
But I mean.
Do you really do a death penalty
I think it's elevated when it's intended for the president. Yes, I do. So anyway, well, we're going to get to that here momentarily.
But in general, though, Bubba, do you think that the death penalty should be used on an attempted murder, not on a successful murder?
Well,
do you think that should be on the books?
When it comes to shooting the average person, no. When it comes to shooting our president, yes.
Okay.
Any attempt to shoot, especially when you have the means to do it, meaning you have a gun.
No. I'm saying, guys going in to shoot the president or the governor, even.
Yeah.
I mean, so any kind of, attempted assassination of, at a certain level of a political person should be.
So, Bubba,
death penalty.
Was it Hinckley? Hinckley should be dead.
Yeah, Hinckley should be dead. Hinckley should not be a free citizen.
He actually fired a shot off that hit Reagan.
He got in Reagan.
Yeah.
And he paralyzed James Brady. Mm-hmm. And he shot another Secret Service guy, took a bullet too. Mm-hmm. That might be one of the greatest misjustices ever as to why, this guy didn't shoot. This guy got a bullet in the president and never really did any hard time. And he's a free man.
You're not doing concerts.
Doing concerts. I mean, I just can't understand that at all. So anyway, we have a back and forthness that's going on between Dan and Brian a little bit here. They're arch nemesis, but yet Listen, if we were to be intellectually honest and we were just being the boys and we were off the air, Dan and Brian are friends. They get along. They like busting each other's balls for years and years on Radio I.O., Bubba Army Radio. They did their own show on Thursdays, just those two. And they.
I like Brian. I just don't trust him alone with my dog, but I like him.
Let's not put that on him. I think I would. You would absolutely trust him to. If your kids needed picked up, you'd automatically say, "And Brian, can you go pick up little Danny at school today? I'm an emergency."
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And vice versa.
Yes, I would do that.
So anyway, but there's a long going.
But if he was on fire, I wouldn't piss on him.
Well, look, I don't think you want you to piss on him. So anyway, Dan, because Dan is a single man nowadays, and Dan's running kind of hard. Dan legitimately has two, six-figure paying jobs that he has to manage. He has 50% custody of his children, and he's out there dating a little bit too. And so Dan is a very busy man. And it was a couple weeks ago that Dan kind of tapped out. Jay was here, and it was when Jay was here, and Jay was talking about something, and Dan just kind of slowly went like TT9, and we all made a big deal about it, and it was funny as hell. And then Brian wrote a thing called, do we have the Danatol? You probably can't find it because Mach ain't here today.
I can see if I can pull it up real quick.
You might not be able to, but you might be able to, but you might not. Yeah, I understand. Macho, by the way, Macho's sick today. And Gary and Lummy and Macho remoted in from home and got everything working along with Gary and Lummy, so we haven't missed a beat. But Macho, I think he got food poisoning or something, but he's been like projectile vomiting and pooping for like the last 18 hours. So I hope he's better and he gets better. Macho Man, get better, my friend. But thank you, Macho, for remoting in and getting us up and on the air today. And Lummy, I know that you and Gary, were working on that late last night.
Just in case, yeah.
So thank you to all.
No problem.
Were you ever find?
My mouse is. I can't move.
So anyway, Brian came up with a parody spoof called Danatol. And it was like, it's some insinuating when you got 3 jobs and you're smashing 25-year-olds at night that you could potentially fall asleep, Danatol. It was funny. And Dan, I bet you think it was funny too.
Parts were funny.
Yeah. Danatol. So I think this, and we all got a big kick about it. And Lummy, I think we had some artwork that showed Dan, like the label of Danatol, and it was this new supplement that lets you, what was it, something and conquer the day. I don't know. I wish I could find it, but anyway.
Pull that up at least.
It's like the old Fiend thing, conquer the night, take on the day.
Yeah, something like that.
I got that one that's sitting on your keyboard, so.
It's not here anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, Lummy, Dan's rebuttal, if you will. Dan's a very creative guy as well, and he's just not going to sit down here and take the Danatol without at least coming back with a gimmick of his own.
I sent you the image.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
All right, so I can show it to everybody real fast here, and then we'll move on here. This was the artwork for Danatol
from Liz.
This is from Liz?
Yes.
Thank you, Liz. Danatol, multivitamin for divorced men who are living their best life. Here's the thing, Dan. It puts you over. It's not like, calling you a worthless piece of shiz that just wants to lay in bed all day. It's putting you over as being the man. Multivitamin for the divorced man who are living their best life now. Formulated by Dr. Dan Diaco. Made for the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Now with horny goatweed. Formulated by Dr. Dan Diaco. Regain energy and stamina. Feel confident and revitalized. And hang out with those hot 25-year-olds at night.
And you too can have an 8-inch penis.
And side effects may include excessive confidence, sudden interest in cologne, texting people who probably you shouldn't. And so I don't know if you heard it yesterday or not, Dan, or I forget when we were talking about it, but Lummy last week was like, I just want to let you know that Dan really, even though I don't try to look, but Dan's really got a big penis. Like, and it kind of just like flops out, like it's like almost like it's got a hinge on it.
Yes.
And so Lummy, validated Dan that indeed you have a large penis. So that's good to know. Somebody's moving something on my.
Yeah, trying to find it. Yeah.
That might be Macho Man finding me the Danatol.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
there it is.
Did he put it? Okay. I got it. Okay. So we can close the chapter of Danatol out, Lummy, right?
Perfect.
We might as well play it, and then we're done with it, and we're going to move on to Dan's new gimmick called Where's My Penis?
Life comes at you hard and fast. You need to be faster and harder. That's why Alpha Man Labs has developed Danatol, the only vitamin specially formulated for recently divorced alpha men. Our new proprietary blend features ginkgo biloba, St. John's worts, and now features horny goatweed. Danatol will have you ready to take on your 9 to 5 during the day and your new 25-year-old at night. Less sleeping on the job, more hot action. Keeping up with women 1/3 of your age is hard, but Danatol levels the field by making you harder. Conquer the night, take on the day with Danatol.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Now Dan has a new one. Now Dan,
the third time I hear it is funnier.
When did you write this, Dan? That your latest?
It was last week.
All right, and it's called Where's My Penis?
It's Where's Midic?
But it's
Midic.
Yeah, but I think we should just go with penis. Where's my penis? You've made it all one word, Midic.
Midic is where's Midic? So
if you'd like to go with that,
I think the story sounds better if I say it like that.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and go with that. Okay.
Okay.
As long as you pronounce it like that, I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
All right. So without further ado, over to Dan, who is the original author of this little story. Go ahead, Dan.
Where is Midic? Brian woke up with a strange, hollow feeling. At first, he couldn't place it. The morning light came in just like always. His alarm buzzed just like always, and yet something was off. He sat up slowly, looking around his room, then froze. Midic, he said out loud. No answer. He threw off the covers and checked under the bed as if Midic may be hiding there for some reason. Nothing. He opened his closet, pushed aside jackets, even checked inside a shoebox. Midic, he called again, louder this time. Still nothing. Now fully awake and a little panicked, Brian got dressed in a hurry and rushed outside. If Midic wasn't in the house, then maybe, just maybe, someone had seen it. The first person he ran to was his neighbor, Mrs. Klein, who was watering her plants. Mrs. Klein, Brian called, slightly out of breath. Have you seen Midic? She turned slowly, squinting at him. Seen what, dear? Midic. I had it yesterday, and now it's just gone. She frowned, thinking hard. I can't say I've seen anything like that. Is it big? Is it small? Does it make noise? Brian hesitated. I mean, it's mine. I'd know it if I saw it. Well, she said kindly, if I see anything that looks like it belongs to you, I'll let you know. Not very helpful. But Brian kept going. At the bus stop, a teenager in headphones was scrolling on his phone. Hey, Brian said. Quick question. Have you seen Midic? The teen pulled out his earbud and said, You're what? Midic. I'm trying to find it. The teen smirked a little bit. Nah, man. Can't help you there. Brian groaned. This was getting nowhere. He went to a park next, scanning the grass, the benches, even the fountain. A jogger slowed down as Brian looked behind a trash can. Lose something, she asked. Yes, Brian said eagerly. Midic, and I can't find it anywhere. She raised an eyebrow. Are you sure you didn't just misplace it? I've checked everywhere, he insisted. It's just gone. She shrugged sympathetically. Well, I hope you find it, she said before jogging off. By midday, Brian was exhausted. He had asked strangers, shopkeepers, a mall man, even a guy walking 3 dogs. No one had seen Midic. He sat down on a bench, staring at the ground. How do you just lose something like that, he muttered. He thought back to yesterday. Everything had seemed normal. He went about his day, didn't notice anything unusual, so when did it disappear? And then it hit him. Brian slowly stood up. Wait, he said to himself. Did I even actually have it with me yesterday? He replayed the day in his head again, more carefully this time. Morning, coffee, work, home, dinner, bed. At no point could he clearly remember interacting with Midic at all. A strange realization settled over him. Maybe it wasn't that Meidick had been lost. Maybe he had assumed it was there the whole time. Brian laughed quietly to himself. All this running around, he said, asking everyone where my dick is. He looked up at the sky, feeling oddly relieved. Maybe, he said, I don't need to find it right now. And with that, Brian stood up, brushed himself off, and started walking home, unsure where Meidick was, but no longer quite as desperate to find it. Because sometimes the mystery isn't just where something is, it's whether you ever truly had it in the first place.
It's whether you ever truly understood it.
Well, I changed it up a little bit.
Oh. Fantastic, Dan. Thank you for the great rebuttal.
Yes.
My dick. I think he's saying Brian's so small that was with him the entire time, but he did not realize that indeed it was nowhere to be found other than where it's always at all the time, small and little, hanging onto your little frame. I saw Brian Saturday night with his lovely wife. I love his wife. She's so cool.
Yes.
She's great. And thank you to everybody that made Saturday so cool.
I'm sorry I couldn't go.
No, man, you were going through an emergency eye. You were actually having surgery. Did you not have surgery on Saturday?
I had
late
surgery
afternoon?
at 5, but he was zapping me still at 5 o'clock. I mean, he was still zapping me that late.
Phew.
And it hurt.
I hope it works out for you, my friend. I don't think the patch. I think the patch might put a little damper on the hot 28-year-olds.
Well, hopefully I get the patch off today.
I mean, they can, these younger women, these younger hot chicks that are in your newfound demographic of pimpness. I think they can justify dating a guy that's older, established doctor, plastic surgeon, unbelievable car collection, big house. But I think they'd have to probably draw the line at the pirate patch. You know what I'm saying, Dan?
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
I think they could go with it. Anything else that you're throwing at him's okay. I think the pirate patch might hinder your ability to maybe get that.
Unless he has a really good made-up story about it.
No. Let's just get his eyes working stock. Let's get him back. Right, Dan? Let's not worry about the patches or anything like that.
No,
Let's just
I don't want patches or a glass eye. I don't say, hey, I can bite my eye. You know what I mean?
None
Pop
of that.
out my eye and bite it.
Danny, you just need to get his stock eyes back, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm
The
looking for.
much anticipated Casey Anthony interview started streaming today, 11 years after being acquitted of murdering her 2-year-old daughter. Anthony is telling her side of the story, but not everyone is buying what she has to say.
I can't believe the state botched this so bad and she walked. I mean, who else could it have been? Like, there was no other. Remember, she kept saying it was going to be like the Zanny Nanny, and she had made up some absolute bullcrap story about some Hispanic nanny that was watching her, and that was all a lie.
Yep.
And then all the other examples that they were all lies. They were all lies. And so now she's going with, my dad sexually molested her, meaning her, Casey Anthony, and I'm assuming that she alludes to the potential grandpa was touching the grandkid. Now, Dan, can you say that about your can you say that about something? That's a heavy allegation just to throw out there. I would think that would be very defaming and very much a problem, potential libel, if that's not been documented by any law enforcement agency or anything like that. Like, that to me seems very problematic.
Well, I mean, there's two separate things here. I mean, one is she alleged that her father touched her, correct?
Right.
And then a second allegation that the father may have touched the grandchild.
Right.
So the first one she can substantiate. No one's going to fight her on that one. They always believe the girl.
You mean herself?
Right.
But then to make your dad now a grandbaby toucher?
That could be liable.
Right. I mean,
Casey Anthony became the most hated mom in America during her trial for the murder of her 3-year-old daughter, Kate.
Should we even pull up my trunk? Or do you think that could be a problem?
That could probably be a problem.
Yeah.
It was a problem then.
And here's the deal, man.
What's the problem?
Well, hold on. Here's the deal. Here's the problem. Is that we had this song called My Trunk, and Manson did it, and it's one of the stiffest songs ever. But listen, it's 100% a shoot. It does not embellish or slander or libel her at all. and it basically just takes news stories from Fox and ABC and NBC and CBS and from all the local Orlando affiliates, and we basically just used their headlines and what they were reporting as a majority of the song's lyrics were just headlines from news sources. And oh my God,
so you can't play it?
I wish I could. Because when
you got grief, what kind of grief did you get? Like
my affiliates telling us, listen, if you don't stop playing that, we're gonna fire you.
Oh, that kind of grief.
Because we're losing clients over it. And okay. I'm like, listen, we're not saying anything we're only using the lyrics of this very offensive song are the headlines of the news. We're not saying it. We're using news stories, and we're just putting that to music.
Now Casey is opening up as never before in her first sit-down interview.
The only person in this world that matters to me still is my daughter. But I'm still defending the fact that I didn't hurt her.
The 3-part documentary, Casey...
But then again, maybe. Because I fought this in my career, where I'm the bad guy. Nobody wants to even think about that I didn't do, Hogan dirty, that I'm the bad guy. I taped him, let him blast my wife. Like, everybody doesn't want to hear any other side of the story, and they're not interested in any documentary that might have been done about it or anything like that. They just got in the back of their minds how they thought it all went down. Maybe... there are instances like this, stories like this, where, we are the same way. Like, oh, man, there's no way this bitch didn't have something to do with this. But maybe deep down, she's like as frustrated as I am because she didn't do it. But nobody wants to even think about otherwise because it's just so easy to hate rather than to actually take a step back and give a person the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. I just think the evidence was so overwhelming with this particular one. I don't know.
She took off for a month and didn't even know her kid was missing.
I know.
So.
Anthony, Where the Truth Lies, starts streaming today on Peacock.
And no one can ever tell me I should just get over the fact that my daughter is here and I've been...
Hold on. Let's not forget, though, too, that I think there was verified reports that her and Jose Baez, who was her attorney, were sleeping together for her to pay off. Like, she was giving him ass. I don't know this to be true. Rumor has it.
Several sources have reported that. You're not the only one mentioning that.
Right. That she was giving him ass in lieu of her legal bill. That's been reported by a lot of different sources. Again, I don't know it to be true, but that's what I've read.
Blamed for her being...
What's that? I'm sorry.
And I love the title, Where the Truth Lies. It's such a double entendre.
I know.
I was one of the prosecutors in that case 11 years ago.
Jeff Ashton was a top prosecutor in South Florida. He spoke with Stephen Fabian.
Is it hard to believe we're still talking about this case 11 years later?
Yes.
Listen, man, this case will live in infamy because they found the body too. Remember, Lummy? It's not like this was, you never found the body, you never found the murder weapon. Like, they had it all.
Trash bag in the woods, a couple hundred yards away.
Everything.
Right? Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they botched it up. I don't know how the state botched this up.
They couldn't find a single fingerprint on that bag.
Other than they went too hard and they went for they went
for premeditated.
They went for premeditated death penalty, and they probably could have got her for more like a second-degree manslaughter kind of deal, and she definitely would have got rung up on that. But, man, to get somebody for a premeditated, first-degree murder deal, which carries the death penalty, is a way big up. Way more documents of evidence are needed to hit that threshold than. So I think they overcharged, Dan, and that was the problem.
Is amazing.
Yes, and that's happened before. That's happened many times where they prosecution gets so cocky that they try to, get the hardest charge and ignore the lesser included charges when they could have gotten him on that. I mean, that's how they got Al Capone on tax evasion.
That, we're still
Hope they don't get me on that. Let me
rehashing it after all these years, but people, amazingly enough, are still interested in it.
Belvin Perry became famous as the judge who...
I met him when I went to go see John Morgan one day, had lunch with John. John hired him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when this guy retired, John hired him. Just like John hired Charlie Crist when he got beat in his Senate job.
Presided over the case. He is now retired.
Nothing surprises me when it comes to Casey Anthony. She's always been one for the dramatic flair.
In the new documentary, Casey accused...
This is what sucks. Especially if this is not factual. Like, I'd hate to be her father because look what she comes out with.
Player.
In the new documentary, Casey accuses her father of sexually assaulting her, which he denies. She also blames him for the death of Kaylee, which he also denies.
I can see him standing there with her in his arms and hand her to me and telling me that it's my fault. But I don't know where she went.
Now, hold on. Did she just say,
Yep.
I can see, help me out here. Let me run through it, then you guys help me. I think I just heard her say, I can see him there holding her. And then he hands her back to me and says it's my fault. Is that what she said?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wouldn't that...
That didn't come out in any of the testimony.
Well, but not only that, but like, that would assume that the kid was dead while he was holding her, and like I don't
I handed her a dead baby.
Right, none of that I ever thought came out.
No. I watched most of the trial.
Yeah.
What do you make of her pinning the blame on her father?
Unfortunately, the truth and Casey are total strangers. Her believability is zero.
The former prosecutor has not wavered from his theory that Casey killed her daughter because she was getting in the way of the party life the young mom wanted.
Man, she was smoke show. Look at that.
Yeah, I didn't realize the word truth had enough in it.
Wow. Wanted.
And so she, I hope, sedated Kaylee, put some duct tape over her nose and mouth.
I mean, this is the prosecution. This isn't some ham and egg off the street.
Yeah.
They're trying to get a sound bite.
And basically let her die.
I mean,
that's not consistent with the testimony either. The testimony I think, Bubba, you can agree that after listening to all the circus around this, what probably happened was that the baby found its own way into the pool, drowned, and then they tried to cover the body.
Yes. I think that's
They tried to hide the body.
I think that's exactly what happened. Absolutely.
Whether it happened when Dad was watching, or when she was watching, or supposedly watching, or passed out, or playing on TikTok, who knows? But my feeling after this all happened was that the baby accidentally got into the pool, drowned, and then they buried the baby.
And then it was then at that point it was a complete crap show as to who does what, when, where, how, and why.
I don't think anyone actively murdered the child. I think the child died by negligence, and then they actively tried to hide it.
Yep.
That's my personal opinion based on the testimony that I heard during the trial.
What is this true, Lummy? American oil tanker struck by an Iranian drone. Is this true?
It could be.
We have some terrible updates in the war with Iran. And
will you Google that? Let me.
Right now.
American oil
tanker. Because if this really did happen, why are we even like? This is complete. In the reprieve or the ceasefire or we need some more time to negotiate. If they're doing this, why we've given them a reprieve, if you will, then all bets are off.
Tanker was just struck by an Iranian drone in the Persian Gulf. Early reports are this is an American-owned oil tanker struck by an explosive drone boat near the Iraqi waters in the Persian Gulf. Now, according to early reports, survivors are on the American oil tanker and they were able to escape. We have some terrible updates.
So let me
It looks like this is from March. Looks like March 11th.
All right, so
Iran
this might have
targeted-
been one of the very first couple.
Yeah, before the ceasefire.
Which got us even all riled up.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, that one looks like it's, yeah.
When we return, we'll start breaking down the shooting at the White House Correspondents' dinner last night. There was a crazy. By the way, they didn't kill him either. They were able to tackle him and cuff him, and he's currently, in jail or being held.
Yeah.
I wonder if you do something that bad where you've tried to bum rush the checkpoint of a Secret Service checkpoint. You've bum rushed it. You got in so far. You were able to get a shot off. I think a Secret Service agent did get shot. Nobody else got shot. The president and the vice president were whisked away safely.
I don't know. Some people are saying that Trump shouldn't have been there for 30 minutes or 30 seconds after the shot was fired, but because people are criticizing that fact.
Well, it doesn't matter. I can only imagine, are they beaten? Are you in a room with a chair in the middle, handcuffed with a bag over your head, and they're just are they absolutely beating your ass right now, or
I think these are the kind of cases where they try to do this perfectly by the book.
Yeah.
I think it's the opposite of that.
Yeah.
I think this guy's got more privileges and they're taking better care of him.
And counsel.
Right.
And they're making this as transparent and above the board and by the book as they possibly can, for in fear of it not going well and them having an appellate or some type of reason to get off of the deal.
Exactly.
Right. We'll get into that next.
Well, at least he has his priorities in order.
Great. What do we do with him now?
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
More woke than us.
Prisoners have no rights in England. You don't have the same kind of rights.
Oh, England?
Yeah, and in France, it's even worse.
Oh, it is?
Way worse.
Bubba, I sent you.
What'd you send me?
I guess I did not know this, but I guess it's going around. Bubba Wallace was being, I guess he had a little attitude because he spun out. He wrecked a bunch of people yesterday, and I guess he kind of had a little attitude, and NASCAR fans are not taking it. Plus, we won't get copyright on this view.
What a asshole. Nothing to show for it in the first stage, obviously, just trying to figure out the strategy stuff. But man, just had a first day of our team. Don't want to have any DNS. We have 2 now, so nice about it. But we gotta figure out how to be pushing better. So, you gotta figure out how to drive and quit blocking everybody. We're trying to block everybody.
NASCAR fans are just, I guess, unhappy because he's blaming everyone but himself on driving.
See if there's any more audio on it.
Okay. Essentially, it's a different kind of interview than the one we just saw. But he's still talking about the incident.
Okay, bud. Thank you for
the majority of the field.
Thank you.
So,
unfortunate. Just got to figure out how we can be a little bit better.
How was the car before the accident?
Is this a driver or a car issue? If you spend all this time fuel saving, then you guys try to race, then you crash. Is that the car or the driver's? Not a valid question. 50-50. Some cars are better being pushed and are pushing and vice versa. So I think we were lacking a little bit. And that could have contributed a little bit, but I should have anticipated and maybe not let them get such a big run. So.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk. That's nothing.
Okay.
No, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. He's a baby. T-shirt Will 20. Thank you, T-shirt Will. Thank you, Wolf.
Hi, T-shirt Will. Thank you.
Greg, thank you, buddy. What's up, Big Buck? No.
What's up, Big Buck? Good seeing you, bud. Thank you.
No. What's up, Poodle Ball and Big Lunger? Good morning.
If you're looking for that non-offensive broadcast, you're in for a surprise. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I love the sponge.
It's not that kind of love sponge. Back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Looks like Stephen Diaco in today for the out-of-town Jay. Hello, Steve. What's up, bud?
Good morning.
How are you?
I am doing really well. How you doing?
Great. Thank you for showing up on Saturday. Appreciate it.
It was a great time. Beautiful place.
You were you actually one of the last ones to leave. I loved it.
I did not want to leave. I wanted to stay, but I know you weren't feeling well.
No, yeah. Oh my God, I got that kidney stone. It's still killing me.
Well, I mean, Steve was showing off a six-pack to everyone, so which I was kind of surprised that Steve has a six-pack now.
It comes and goes.
Very impressed.
Thank you.
Anyway, was this the Xfinity?
No, this was at
or was this? Or, no, I know, but was it the? I don't think it was the Cup.
Oh, it was
race.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I think it was the Xfinity race.
No, he drives for Xfinity.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, 100%. I watched the race yesterday.
So this was on Sunday.
I was watching it when it happened live.
All right. And Bubba Wallace doing Bubba Wallace type deal.
Yeah. He took out a lot of cars.
He took out a lot of cars.
Really messed up bets.
He's just really a dick.
I sent you
He's just
the rep
really,
too.
really a dick, and I wish Michael Jordan would get rid of him. And you know what? There's other African Americans that are far more appreciative and far more talented and less of just a cocky, arrogant mother. Like, this guy's just a dick. Now, are we going to get a copyright on this?
We'll take care of it. If it does, we shouldn't. We should be good with this.
All right, so this is the incident in question, right?
Yes.
And this is Bubba Wallace right here?
Yes, it is.
Now, is he out in front?
Yes, he is.
Through turns 1 and 2 and all the way down the belt.
Well, not like for real?
Did he get pushed?
through turns 1 and 2 and all the way down.
Yeah, a little bit.
He did.
But they're saying that he was kind of like trying to hold everyone up. Like he was slowing down.
Let me watch this again.
Through turns
he was causing a bottleneck.
1 and 2 and all.
Well, I mean, that's what they'll do. If you start holding up, they'll spin you.
The way down the back.
Now, who was behind them that did that?
Wallace is in the wall. Right after
If I could see the car number, I could tell you who it was.
Right in front of the pack. Blaney's around. Logano's around. They're all
I mean, that is almost the entire field.
No, it was and it was all the good guys too.
This is the big one.
Man,
it's everything.
Yeah,
I
wrecked a lot of people's day.
I'm just telling you right now because I still have friends that participate in NASCAR. That he is not liked at all. It has nothing to do with his ethnicity.
Isn't he the Jesse Smollett of NASCAR?
Unbelievable analogy, but you're dead on. Yes, very much so.
Has he won anything?
Yeah, he's won 1 or 2 races. I think one was a rain delay deal.
Full field.
4 cars were in front of that crash.
My gosh.
1 car, McDowell, was behind it.
I'm trying to see who this car is, right? Oh, McDowell. So I think
there's only 4 cars that are not in this crash.
My gosh.
Through turns 1 and 2 and all the way down.
So, if you look at it,
through turns 1 and 2 and
he looks to be kind of like he wants to go up and block the outside run
all the way down.
And as he does, he gets his bumper hooked
down the back,
and then it's all over with the crying.
Runaway and Wallace is in the wall.
Right after contact.
Right in front of the pack. Blaney's around. Logano's around. They're all wrecking. This is the best.
So
it looks like Ross Chastain is the one who spun him.
Oh, I love Ross Chastain from a Florida guy, and his dad's a watermelon farmer.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ross Chastain, yes. Now, this is taken from some good old boy is recording his television. That's why we might be able to play this and not get a copyright.
Yes.
Jamie.
Just pure chaos at the front of the pack for Bubba Wallace. And
he just looks like a dick.
He's a dick. In my opinion, he's a dick. He is a dick.
Just pure chaos at the front of the pack for Bubba Wallace.
Look. Michael Jordan, this is just listen. If you want to be all about getting an African American involved in predominantly a sport that doesn't have a lot of African Americans and give a African American an opportunity to race at its highest level, find somebody else. There's a bunch of great up and coming African Americans that would be far less of a arrogant asshole like this guy.
And Bubba, you just watched all those replays. What was it like from the seat? You had a couple hard hits there.
Oh, I dozed off.
Oh, well, why don't you just give him a couple softball there, Jamie Little?
You had a couple hard hits there.
Oh, I dozed off waiting on you for so long. Sorry.
No, there was a lot to
What did he say?
He said I dozed off waiting for you to ask me a question.
Dozed off waiting on you for so long. Sorry.
What? I mean, this guy makes Dan Diaco look humble.
I mean, there's production stuff. I mean, come on.
Right. She has
better.
windows to hit, and she's got to wait for somebody to throw it over to her after they've already explained the story. Then she's boots on the ground. So, like you're right, Dan, she can't take it away from them faster than they have to set it up for her.
Right. They have to give it to her.
Right.
Dozed off waiting on you for so long. Sorry.
No, there was a lot to
What a asshole.
Here's some good old boy. Hold on, with its country living. See it, country living.
Exactly.
See it right there, yeah.
Oh, asshole.
Nothing to show for in the first stage. Obviously, just trying to figure out the strategy stuff. But man, just hate it for Xfinity, hate it for our team. Don't want to have any DNS. We have 2 now, so that's a bummer. But we gotta figure out how to be.
What did he just say? Did he say thanks, Bubba?
He says a bummer. I thought you said.
That's a bummer.
Oh, it's a bummer. Okay.
But we gotta figure out how to be pushed better.
I wish Tony was still in the sport because remember Tony Lemmy would actually come out and fight you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Tony would actually go over and beach like he'd get $100,000 fine for smashing a guy in the face.
Got to figure out how to drive and quit blocking.
You better figure out how to drive. I want this guy right here. Listen, hold on.
You got to figure out how to drive and quit blocking everybody.
Quit blocking everybody, Bubba.
Sorry. They're trying to block everybody.
A little bit better being pushed and maybe not have that happen, but appreciate Xfinity. We'll go on to Old Tejas, and that's fun.
Thank you.
You know, I wonder if, like with Clint Boyer, a lot of times one of the reasons he was able to stick around with the sport a little bit more, many more years than he probably should have, was he had 5 Hour Energy. A lot of times you'll get a sponsor and they'll develop such a great relationship with the driver that, like, if you make a driver change, they're gone. So a lot of times people stay in seats sometimes a little longer than normal because the sponsor, Eric Almirola, remember him, Lummy?
Yeah.
He had Smithfield.
That's right.
And
the meat company.
Yeah, so Smithfield told Tony, listen, if you get rid of Eric, we're gone. So Eric stuck around for a few more years because he had Smithfield as a huge sponsor. Remember Danica Patrick and GoDaddy?
No, that's right.
Yeah, Tony was ready to fire her like 2 years into the experiment, and GoDaddy's like,
we'll pull it.
Well, and GoDaddy at that point was writing like a $15 million check. Like that's about what it takes to field a car at that time for the year. So, it was costing Tony nothing at that point, or at least breaking even. But if it was all contingent upon Danica staying in the car. So anyway, here is the initial story of the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And again, this is just another reason why whatever federal judge and the Democrats and the games that they've been playing with the new East Wing addition that they're trying to do to the White House, making that space way larger than they currently have so that they don't have to have the White House Correspondents' Dinner at some ballroom at some locally, Washington, D.C. based hotel. Whereas if they had it, on premise, Lummy, they have all their Secret Service infrastructure. Mm-hmm. They have all their metal detectors. None of this stuff they have to box up and bring over there. And it's just going to be that much more secure when they're allowed to, and they now have a large enough facility to be able to do everything in-house. And I think the latest ruling is they've put a stop order. I think there's a stop order gimmick on the moving forward on the East Wing. I think that they've put a stop work order in that gimmick, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, because it's completely privately funded. And you know what? Like I said earlier today, Trump's going to be out of office before it even opens. And the next president and the next president and the next, those are the people that are going to be able to appreciate this. They'll be saying, oh, man, thank you, Donald Trump. We used to have to go across town to some other hotel. Now we can have it at home in the White House.
Yeah, that fight's over now.
So are they back to building?
Well,
they are.
They've been building the lower part while that was being contested, but all those fights are going to disappear now that the media's been targeted. Watch how they turn around and like, oh, we should build that ballroom, because now they were the ones cowering on the floor and under tables like a bunch of wimps. And did you see like Pete Hegseth just walk out of there chest up? Same with Robert Kennedy. They walked out of there heads up like men. It was pretty impressive, actually.
No, I was already long asleep.
Because they escorted all the cabinet members out.
The right word for this. It was a chaotic and confusing scene. The dinner had just gotten underway. The first time Trump has ever attended as president. I was sitting about 20 feet from him when all of us in the room heard that loud bang. The president later saying he initially thought that a tray had dropped, but it was immediately clear that that was not the case, as Secret Service agents in full tactical gear, their guns drawn, swarmed in to protect the president.
I mean, think about this, man. I mean, like, that's a pretty close call. Like, that's getting into the inner circle. Like, that's a live gun in the same general proximity of, our commander-in-chief.
He's a really smart guy, too, from Caltech, which is one of the hardest schools in the nation to get into. Guy? The bad guy. And he took a train across country. I mean, he had a lot of things thought out. And it was so soft targets in that building that if he had just come down earlier and done the pre-parties, there were all these VIPs in areas in that hotel that you didn't even have to go through the metal detector and such. So, I mean, if he had just done that instead of trying to go into the main ballroom, he could have gotten cabinet members and high-level officials.
A lot of important people.
Yeah,
right.
It's a bad scene for that kind of thing. Yeah.
It's a bad deal.
And do you know what he said in his manifesto?
No, I got that here. I mean, I got a couple stories talking about his manifesto.
Overnight chaos at the White House Correspondents' dinner, moments after it began.
Is that his wife?
Here in this video posted by the president
Since I was
Melania Trump
I fast forward accidentally.
Law enforcement
Damn it. Oh,
began.
all right, here we go.
Law enforcement storming the stage. And
again, this just validates, like you said, Steve, why they need to not ever have to do any type of gathering or dinner or anything like that outside of the White House.
Right.
But that's validates
case closed.
And listen, it not because it's being privately funded. Like it's not even costing us anything.
Right.
Agent throwing his body in front of President Trump.
What? Is that who got shot?
No. The guy didn't make it in the ballroom.
Oh, the guy didn't?
No, he was outside of there.
It was just after 8:30 p.m., just moments after the national anthem was played at the annual event. The night's performer owes the
Watch
mentalist
Melania's face here.
Talking to President Trump and the First Lady when agents...
Donald?
She figured it out right away. She's
Donald?
like...
Donald? We must leave, Donald.
In tactical gear swarmed in to secure the room. Melania Trump visibly shocked, appearing to mouth what happened by the president on social media. Secret FBI the ground ducked some 26 to mouth what happened. Secret Service agents, their weapons drawn, rushing Trump off stage. Some 2,600 guests packed into the ballroom at the Washington Hilton.
Because our current space, we don't have enough space to have this anywhere near the White House until the new place gets done.
Diving to the ground, ducking under tables. Among the many journalists there, our team here at ABC. Certainly a very unsettling scene, just a few moments into this dinner. But again,
man, what type of bizarro world are we living in? My Lord, I've never seen it this bad.
Right?
Well, I mean, it defines it, and Bubba, the whole thing is summarized in his manifesto.
Okay, we're going to get to that, bud.
We're all just trying to piece together what exactly just happened here.
I'll tell you, I've not seen moments like this since I was with the president in Butler, Pennsylvania during that attempted assassination.
Members of the administration, including Vice President J.D. Vance, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Marco Rubio, and Pete Hegseth, all evacuated. FBI Director Kash Patel right there, too. Just outside the ballroom, law enforcement...
After he took a shot.
...say the alleged attacker charged past the security checkpoint.
That was quick.
Yeah, and like, look at this guy right here. Watch him.
And say the alleged attacker charged past the security checkpoint. You see him here in this video posted by the president on social media. Secret Service racing to take him down and quickly apprehending him. Seen in this photo also released by the president. One officer shot and taken to the hospital.
We do know that a U.S. Secret Service uniformed division officer was struck in his vest. He was transported to a local hospital for treatment. The suspect in this case...
Dan, if he had a vest on, and chances are he's going to be okay. If the vest takes a direct hit, you're okay.
But you got a bruise.
No, yeah, well, of
or
course.
a mark.
Oh yeah,
I've seen bullet wounds. I mean, bullet injuries through the vest.
Sure, absolutely.
And if it hits the edge of the vest, you can get fragmentation damage.
Do we know the caliber of what type of gun?
Shotgun, and then he had a handgun and a bunch of knives on him.
He was not struck by gunfire.
The president speaking at the White House a short while later, describing the moment.
I heard a noise and sort of thought it was a tray. I thought it was a tray going down. I've heard that many times, and it was a pretty loud noise. And it was from quite far away. He hadn't reached the area at all.
Officials say the alleged gunman had a shotgun, a handgun, and multiple knives as he charged toward the ballroom.
I can't believe that he didn't get smoked.
He had a 38 caliber.
I can't believe it either.
Pistol and a 12 gauge shotgun.
38 caliber. That's nonsense.
He got tackled. One of the guys took him down before they could shoot him. Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Man now identified as 31-year-old Cole Allen. Overnight, SWAT teams, FBI, and local law enforcement swarming his home in California.
Clearly, things.
Did you say, Dan or Steve, that he took a train cross country to get
He
here?
did, from California.
Yeah, so he could carry the weapons.
Oh, okay.
He couldn't do it
And
on
he
a plane.
came up with the dumbest invention at Caltech. He's just nothing but a school teacher. That's a DEI admission right there. Kids like my son didn't get in because of a clown like
You
this.
didn't like his PVC wheelchair gimmick?
That's so stupid.
Now that we have this light kind of on that second floor window there, and a laser being pointed at the doorbell.
ABC News learning authorities believe Allen booked a room at the Hilton early this month. Officials say he allegedly previously made reference to targeting administration officials, but was not specific. The president determined, vowing to hold the event in the coming weeks.
We very much wanted to continue it because I don't like to let these sick people, these thugs, these horrible, horrible people change the fabric of our life, change the course of
Man, if this doesn't throw it back to the federal judge that put a work order on the new East Wing, which would house these type of events, and you're not taking, just think about this, if they had to take that, this place isn't equipped with Secret Service type, metal detectors and X-ray machines and stuff like that. All of that infrastructure had to be brought in, and set up, and it's not nearly as secure as having it in your, as part of the White House and the safety instructions and stuff they have there.
They're going to have bulletproof glass in the new ballroom. It's going to be blast proof. I mean, it's designed for this madness. And so what you'll see is two things are going to happen. One is the ballroom's happening. That's going to be fast tracked now. The other thing is that the government's going to get funded because these Secret Service officers, that's part of what's not being funded. Trump's been finding and using executive action to get them paid, but that's part of what's not being paid right now and funded. It's tragic and laughable at the same time.
Well, that's also where the conspiracy theory people are coming out and saying this is all a setup and that Trump knew about it.
Okay, come on.
So that they would get the ball.
Well, that's why I heard that, right? Because everybody like you, Bubba, went straight to, they got to build this ballroom.
Right.
And so now they say it's a conspiracy.
Well, I'm just like,
common sense.
It's going to get built one way or the other. And, what people don't realize, I forget what President Lummy designed the new 747, but Reagan. Was it Reagan?
Yeah, it said Reagan did.
Yeah, Rappin' Ronnie Reagan, he had to fly like on a 707 or a 727, and it was under his last term that he came up with what we know now as Air Force One, a 747 double-decker, all kind of deal. But, he never got to enjoy it, but he was had the forward vision to look like, listen, I want to take care of my presidents thereafter, Republican or Democrat. The same thing with the ballroom. Trump's not going to, I don't even know if it's going to be in time for him to be able to really enjoy it. Moving forward, the presidents thereafter are going to be able to. And it's going to be that much more secure and safe for them to be able to do large scale events. When the president doesn't even have to leave. That's a big time security. Dan, anytime the president moves, that has to be planned for days and days and days.
Oh, yeah.
Even him going across the street or across the city at the wherever hotel room this was, it is way more infrastructure to do that than him just coming from the living quarters of the West Wing down through the same building.
Yeah, everything is planned and there's protocols for everything.
Yep.
Self personally and the country are unfortunately all too familiar now with political violence. Trump was pressed about his own security posture, but he says he's not reconsidering attending events like this in the future, saying if he were to make changes, he essentially wouldn't be able to attend anything. He said that this is essentially now just part of the job.
Well, it's just another reason why the new construction. Is this the manifesto or is the? I think I have one particular.
You should have one that's just on the manifesto.
Right here. Yeah. Is this it right here, Dan? Manifesto, yep. Suspect in correspondence. Boom, boom. Let me go to words and I'll look at both, make sure they're not redundant.
Okay.
And play the better of the two.
We deviated from the norm. And look what came of it.
You have some issues, kid.
Bubba the Love Sponge. The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
Cool.
I mean, did such a beautiful job. It was such a beautiful.
Yeah, so they just have it revealed who it is. So the manifesto, I believe, is in text in that article.
Have a good day, Dan. Hope your eye feels better.
Is Dan leaving?
Yeah.
Did he leave already?
No, he's right here.
So let me. Where's the?
So I guess that's what it, like. That whole thing that they were breaking out, that whole thing is in manifesto. I guess right there, like there, where it says rebuttal to objection. Objection one, as a Christian, you turn the other cheek. Turning the other cheek is when you're yourself are oppressed and not the person in detention centers.
Here, let me just look at.
Like, see, he says guests, not targets at all. Hotel employees, not targets. National Guard, same as hotel security. In order to minimize casualties, I will be using buckshot rather than slugs. So, like, they pretty much put what he does, because that's. Where do they got that so quick? Not other manifestos. Quite odd.
It's an unusual manifesto.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fucking find it though.
Well, wait, that's what it was though. They just put it in text.
So come here.
Yeah.
Like. So. Here's this.
See, like, so it says, I don't expect forgiveness, but if I could, I've seen any other way.
Is this where it starts?
Can you go up a little bit more? I apologize. Okay, yeah, so I apologize.
All right, here we go.
Right there, yeah.
In full.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's just weird how they laid it out.
Right. Okay. So I got it.
I assume going to work or school. I don't know what he does.
So no interactions with
I haven't had
the parents?
The parents I'm friends with. I'm friends with his dad. They're very solid, peaceful, good people in the community.
Yeah.
So the only part I saw, because I was at a neighbor's house watching what was going on so I could get back into my house, was I saw the SWAT team show up. There was, I don't know if you guys were here, but there was like 25, 30 SWAT members with a big like SWAT truck out front. So we were waiting for them to do that, clear it, make sure that they felt like everything was safe, so that we could get back into our house. After that, then I think they started searching through the house, but I went to sleep after that. So I did recognize him, yeah. I don't even know that I really said hi to him.
Los Angeles. According to good information, he had a lot of hatred in his heart for... Recovered a manifesto.
I don't know if you've gotten it, just got released, a manifesto. A manifesto, can you believe it?
Now, the New York Post is reporting it has a copy of that document. The Post says it was sent to the suspect's family members just minutes before the attack. In it, the writer explains his actions are political. Quote, "What my representatives do reflects on me." He lists several grievances, among them drug boats blown up off the coast of Venezuela and the U.S. mistakenly hitting an elementary school in Iran. The writer explains who he's targeting. Administration officials, quote, prioritized from highest ranking to lowest. He signs off as the friendly federal assassin. Now, the suspect studied mechanical engineering and graduated in 2017. That same year, he was featured in an ABC News report about helping seniors with technology.
The wheelchair brakes tend to lock the wheels, but don't actually lock the chair to the ground. The idea with this
Allen later studied computer science and worked as a video game developer. This was a game he published in 2018. For the last 6 years, he was working part-time for a tutoring company. He was a Teacher of the Month in 2024. One of his students describes Allen as quirky, but seemingly harmless.
He was just a pretty normal...
This...
But did you see that?
I saw it.
In PVC.
Yeah.
Like, these guys do jet propulsion lab is
First, when they were explaining it, I was like, oh, okay, that's
From your friends at GetAbox.com, introducing the all-new Mini Box.
Oh my gosh, Rob, have you seen my new mini box? It's so small it fits right in my pocket or tucks away discreetly behind the TV. You'd never even know it was there.
No way, Gabby. That thing is tiny. Does it still get all the programming GetAbox is famous for?
All of it. And the mini box records straight to a USB drive, so you can save anything and watch it whenever you want.
And the price? Mini 2. Right now, use promo code Bubba at checkout and get $25 off your mini box at GetAbox.com. That's promo code Bubba.
Nowhere near the rare air at the top of the heap.
I mean, we know what's important.
More like the bottom feeders existing on the scraps of society.
You just babbling about
Bubba, the love sponge.
Dan had to blast out of here. Get his eye looked at.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hope it gets it fixed, because that's just, I mean, praying, not praying. So sorry. Having the swagger and the ability to be able to date hot chicks that are 29 is one skill set, but I think having an eye patch could put a damper on that.
Yeah, and that whole plastic surgery thing too, I'm a little worried about.
So good luck to you, Dan. Hopefully we're going to have everything handled, my friend. Let me hear. There's just so much to cover with regards to this guy. His name is Cole Allen. He's the guy that kind of bum rushed the outer portion of the Secret Service security detail that was last night's Correspondents dinner with almost every, all the big hitters. You had the director of the FBI, you had director of war, you had vice president, the president. I don't know if Rubio was there. Was Rubio there?
He was, yep.
Yeah, Rubio was
it
there.
was a room full of power.
It was all of their wives. This was the big one, or a big meeting with a lot of important people. And this Cole Allen, who's a California, is he a teacher? Is he like a full-time teacher?
He's a part-time teacher and lives with his parents. I mean, you couldn't get a bigger loser than this guy.
And so I think this is Trump describing a little bit of it. Then, Lummy, we have the manifesto that he wrote. Or is it manifest or is it manifesto?
I thought it was manifesto.
Manifesto.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that usually is your writings or before you have done something super, super serious or violent or whatever. Sometimes these crazy bastards will write a manifesto, which is kind of their outline or what their mindset is or why they're doing it or just, whatever. It gives you some fodder, if you will, as to their actions.
The man has been captured. They're going to his apartment. I guess he lives in California. And he's a sick person, a very sick person. And we don't want things like this to happen. I think it's very important that I say, though, and I told the representatives of the evening, they did such a beautiful job. It was such a beautiful evening. And again, they're talking about free speech in our Constitution. That's what it's all about, not just White House correspondence. It was really based on free speech in our Constitution. But I said very importantly that we'll do it again within the next 30 days, and we'll make it bigger and better and even nicer.
So he's talking about maybe rescheduling the event, not just, that's what he's talking about here, I think, just the rescheduling of the event.
So I just want to thank everybody that was involved. I also want to thank the press, the media. You've been very responsible in your coverage. I will say I've been seeing what's been out, and you've been very responsible. So Todd Blanche, I'd like to say a few words. I know we're going to have cash. And then you're going to go on. We can ask. I guess we can take a couple of questions. I want to thank the First Lady for That was a rather traumatic experience for her. There was a lot of action taking place up there very quickly. But again, the response time was really incredible. And we're going to reschedule. We're going to do it again. We're not going to let anybody take over our society. We're not going to cancel things out because we can't do that. We wanted to stay tonight. I will tell you, I fought like hell to stay. But they, it was protocol. They said, please, sir, because they didn't know there was a lot of action going on.
Well, once you've had, one aspect of this gathering breached, then, I think, Steve, they got at that point kind of reshuffle the deck and because it's been breached.
That's
so
what
now,
they said. The seal was broken. So once that room's been compromised, there was no going back.
Right. So it automatically makes it that much more weaker because they're concentrating their efforts on this guy and getting him properly, incarcerated or detained and things like that. So the amount of manpower it takes to deal with this nut job certainly is going to make some way, shape, or form a little weaker. So I'm glad that the president listened. And I think at the end of the day, there comes a point where you might know this, Steve, or not. I think at the end of the day, he doesn't necessarily have the final say-so on what happens protocol-wise with regards to his safety. Like, I think he can't tell the Secret Service no. Like,
That's true.
I think there comes a point where,
they'll manhandle him.
Right.
They're not going to listen to him.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, they'd be like, listen, you can have this think you're going to have this party, but we are shutting it down, sir.
But he reminds me a lot of you, Bubba. I mean, he has this fearless streak in him. I'm not talking about politics. I'm just talking about trials.
Yeah.
And standing up to power. And also, like, I could see you saying, we're doing the show. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I've been railroaded and blackballed and not treated fairly like him.
And you could keep working and functioning and doing things that most people, including myself, are paralyzed in those situations. And it's just that you have that same fortitude he has. It's
thank
amazing.
you, my friend.
They didn't know could there be probably a lone shooter, but we'll find out. We'll find out very quickly. They have it very well under control. So I want to thank everybody very much.
So anyway,
So by the way, I just sent you a better. It's easier to read.
Oh, it's easier to get through. Okay, so I can get rid of the New York Times one, right? Okay.
It's from the New York Times, but it's easier. And also, right below it is in this. After the manifesto, the video is of his really awesome invention he had. It's a video of it.
this nut job?
Yes.
What's his name again?
Really
Cole Allen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
All right, so here is the manifesto in part per the New York Post. Hello, everybody. So I may have given a lot of people a surprise today. Let me start. By the way, this is this Whack Jobs manifesto. Let me start off by apologizing to everybody whose trust I abused. On to why I did any of this. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. My representatives do reflect on me. I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, a rapist, a traitor to coat my hands with his crime. Okay? I don't know that the guy's been convicted of any of that. But, whatever. I think you've already shown that you're not necessarily the most reasonable person or quite playing with a full deck, for lack of a better term. Administration officials, not including Mr. Patel, they are targets. Prioritized from highest ranking to lowest. Well, that's a problem. I mean, like he's saying, he wants to kill them all.
That's right.
Right. I guess he has an affection for Mr. Patel, but he's saying, from highest to lowest, again, administration officials, not Mr. Patel, are targets.
Does it ever say why he's into Patel? That's so random.
No.
That's so weird.
Which I would have no. I mean, I don't know.
He's the head of the FBI, right? That's and he's kind of gotten a lot of slack. I mean, he was hilarious at the Olympics when we beat Canada, but he gets abused constantly. I'm surprised that's the one guy he likes. That's crazy.
Secret Service, they are targets only if necessary, and to be incapacitated non-lethally if possible. AKA, I hope they're wearing body armor because center mass with shotguns messes up people who aren't.
Oh, geez.
Ooh, I mean, this is very problematic. Hotel security, not targets if all possible, AKA unless they shoot at me.
Of course.
Rebuttals to objections. Objection 1. As a Christian, you should turn the other cheek. Rebuttal. Turning the other cheek is for when you yourself are oppressed. I'm not the person raped in a detention camp. I'm not the fisherman executed without a trial. I'm not the school kid blown up or a child starved or a teenage girl abused by many criminals in this administration. Thank you for everything. Sincerely, Cole. He's even like a pro wrestler.
He's nicknamed himself.
Where he wants to give himself an alter ego. So is Cole, Cold Force, Friendly Federal Assassin Allen. P.S. Oh, of course there's a P.S.
Oh, yeah.
Of course there's a P.S.
It's probably longer than the whole thing.
Yeah, of course.
It's the best part, actually.
Of course there's a P.S. You narcissistic asshole. P.S. Okay, now that all the sappy stuff is gone, what the hell is the Secret Service doing? Sorry, gonna rant a bit more here and drop the formal tone. Like I expected security cameras at every bend, bugged hotel rooms, armed agents every 10 feet, metal detectors out the wazoo. What I got, who knows, maybe they're pranking me, is nothing. No damn security, not in transport, not in the hotel, not in the event. Like the one thing that I immediately noticed walking into the hotel is a sense of arrogance. I guess I can play this video.
College. That's his big invention.
Oh, okay. I walk in with multiple weapons, and not a single person there considers the possibility I could be a threat. The security at the event is all outside, focused on protesters and current arrivals, because apparently no one thought about what happens if somebody checks in the day before. You're probably right, and thank you for the heads up. Right? Because you can bet that all this is going to be changed.
Yep.
Now, is this his invention?
Yeah, this is his big invention.
Okay, here we go.
College student Cole Allen developed a prototype for a wheelchair emergency brake.
The wheelchair brakes tend to lock the wheels, but don't actually lock the chair to the ground. The idea with this...
So he went to Home Depot and bought $7 worth of PVC pipe and some glue, and I guess wedged it in between the wheel. I don't even know.
is to prevent it from moving at all.
Recent Aging into the Future conference held by St. Barnabas Senior Services and the Eisner Foundation offered a test run on products that have the potential to enrich the lives of seniors. 14 different tech startups got to present to over 350 people in the hopes of getting their projects into some sort of senior health facilities. College.
So that's his big time invention.
That's his big. I mean, Caltech is part of the Jet Propulsion Lab, which does all the rocketry. These are the smartest, best brains in the world, and this is his invention. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to continue down this to see if it's good coverage or not. If not, there's so many other things to talk about.
This is NBC Montana News at 10.
We got some Montana affiliate here, buddy. Yeah.
Tonight, we are learning much more about the suspected gunman in a shooting inside the hotel where the White House Correspondents Association dinner was taking place. In addition to talking to those who knew him, law enforcement has also learned more about his possible motive from a manifesto he sent to his family. Here's national correspondent Christine Frizzell.
My impression is he was a lone wolf, whack job. These are crazy people.
President Donald Trump seemingly unshaken following a gunman in his vicinity for the third time in less than 2 years. This suspect, seen in surveillance video running through a security checkpoint and within moments being captured by law enforcement, is 31-year-old Cole Tomas Allen from Torrance, California. He reportedly had a 1,000-word manifesto he sent to his family, now published in the New York Post, calling himself a, quote, friendly federal assassin, describing his targets as administration officials, not including FBI Director Kash Patel, adding, I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crime.
Well, I'm glad you're in charge around here. I'm glad you're the one. You're the single spokesperson that finds that needs to.
He also mocked the, quote, insane lack of security at the hotel, writing, I walk in with multiple weapons and not a single person there considers the possibility.
I will tell you this, Steve. I have a couple Secret Service friends that are retired. I'm going to talk to them. But he did bring up an interesting point, and that is like people that are checked in the hotel and nobody would ever probably think that people that are pre-checked in there are up to no good. Everybody would be like, okay, they're in D.C. doing business, or they're with their family on vacation, whatever, and so the people that were existingly checked in, none of their bags went rifled through or, were necessarily screened or anything like that because they were there, 1 or 2 days before the president. I think that's going to probably protocolly be changed. Like, that's certainly got to be something that because that's just the guy breached it and followed through with it. That's how he got his weapons in.
It seems almost intentional negligence. I mean, how lackadaisical. I mean, think about the MGM where that guy, shot up
he
that
did
concert.
The same thing.
You would think after an event like that, especially when you have such a big event coming to this hotel, that they would be doing X-ray on the luggage. If people had larger bags, that they were screening them. I mean, it's just such common sense that this would be a way to penetrate an event like this.
But I mean, he showed a chink in the armor, so to speak, that I promise you the Secret Service are going to say, okay, listen, people, anybody that's in this hotel while the president their luggage are subjected to search.
Yep.
I mean,
that I could be a threat.
We have preliminary work.
So this might be a great thing to show a weak point in the overall security system of screening people that are at the same hotel as the president may be. This just, it's almost like case law, Steve, where you learn things from things that have happened before.
100%.
Moving forward, there's not gonna be this loophole anymore.
Nope.
Moving forward.
Into some of his electronic devices and talking to some of individuals who knew him, it does appear that he did, in fact, have set out to target folks that work in the administration, likely including the president.
I read a manifesto. He's radicalized. He was a Christian, a believer, and then he became an anti-Christian, and he had a lot of change. He's been going through a lot based on what he wrote. His family was very concerned. He was probably a pretty sick guy.
Other revelations so far that the suspect was part of a group called the Wide Awakes and attended a No Kings protest in California.
The Wide Awakes.
Oh, boy.
Man, I'm not part of that group, but I'd like to be part of it. I need to be wide awake. My group is called the I'm Always Tired.
Also was working at an educational counseling and test prep company. Back in 2017.
All right, enough of him. And enough of that. We've already seen that as well. Now, did you see this, Lummy? And
yeah, the 60-minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it, but I think Trump needs to chill out. He needs to chill out. Here's the deal: he gets all flipped out over what's this girl's name? Nora O'Donnell. Nora O'Donnell. Now, she asks him about the manifesto, right?
Yes.
And he flips out over it. And he's like, I just knew you were going to ask me about that. It just shows you guys are horrible. It's pathetic. It's just like he starts getting really, really mad at her. And here's the deal. Like, it's not out of bounds to ask you about this person's manifesto. And even though they cherry-picked the manifesto to maybe try to make you look stupid, or the bad stuff in the manifesto that was directed towards you, but it's in the manifesto. It's newsworthy. It was not written by 60 Minutes. 60 Minutes cherry-picked it and decided to ask you about it, but it wasn't written by them, and he just totally goes off. I don't know if this is the piece or the next one, but I have it. Hold on.
Called Manifesto is a stunning thing to read, Mr. President. He appears to reference a motive in it. He writes this, quote, administration officials, they are targets. And he also wrote this, I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that.
See, now, hold on now. So Trump gets mad as hell because this whack job calls him a pedophile, the things that he did. And in my opinion, as a journalist, it's very much in bounds. It's not 60 Minutes that's calling him this. It's some whack job. And then Trump completely turns it around. Let's hear Trump's response.
Because I knew you would, because you're horrible people, horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody.
Do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me. I'm not a pedophile. You read that crap from some sick person. I got associated with all stuff that has nothing to do with me. I was totally exonerated. Your friends on the other side of the plate are the ones that were involved with, let's say, Epstein or other things. But I said to myself, I'll do this interview and they'll probably, I read the manifesto, he's a sick person, but you should be ashamed of yourself reading that, because I'm not any of those things.
Mr. President,
and
these are
never,
and here's the deal. You can say, I'm not that, and I'm not, but you don't have to blame them for being bad people or that they're trying to set you up. They're only reiterating what this stupid, sick, deserves to die son of a bitch wrote about you. And I think you can, I think this is, Steve, this is where he loses me sometimes, when he starts trying to turn it around on journalists and things like that, when clearly she was just reading something that's very in bounds due to the fact that this guy just wrote it.
I'm surprised, though, you take that take, because you and I have both been just blasted by the media, and no matter what the truth was, you couldn't correct it, you couldn't fix it, you couldn't do it. And so when you have people calling him a rapist and a pedophile and Epstein this and Epstein that, and the media's really been associating him with that behavior. And I mean, there was a huge lawsuit. One of these guys called him a rapist, and he got tagged for tens of millions of dollars for that. It wears on you. And
now listen, if somebody was saying all the bad things about me and they were only reading it from another person's report or from something that had been printed, or in this case, let's say that Mike Calta had written a manifesto or something like that, and somebody was to ask me about it, and I, and talking about how much of a piece of crap I am and it's all my fault, what have you, I could certainly distance myself and let them know that I'm not that, and that he's the piece of shiz and what have you. But I don't think that you necessarily bitch slap the credible news source that's just trying to get your opinion on this sick guy. Yeah. Like I feel as if, I this is where he loses me is when he uses it, and then like when he went and tried to use his FCC to shut the FCC to shut down ABC and their broadcast licenses on some properties because he didn't align or didn't like Jimmy Kimmel, his monologue on the Charlie Kirk assassination. So is this the same one right here? Is this the same piece?
The dinner last night was your secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. His sister, Carrie Kennedy, was there. They've both witnessed their father and their uncle be assassinated.
That's right.
Erica Kirk was there. The House Majority Leader, Steve Scalise, was there.
Yeah.
Political violence has touched so many people in that room. Is there something that you as president can do? What can be done to change the trajectory?
Well, you go back 20 years, 40 years, 100 years, 200 years, 500 years.
We weren't around 500, Donald. We weren't.
It's always been there. People are assassinated. People are injured. People are hurt. And I'm not sure that there's any more now than there was. I do think that the hate speech of the Democrats, much more so, is very dangerous. I really think it's very dangerous for the country.
Also at the dinner last night.
And I don't think you got to blame it on the Democrats. I just think that you keep it a little more vague, and I think it's more effective that way.
The other thing in the manifesto that I think is worth looking at in terms of determining his motive is he had been staying at the hotel since Friday. He checked in, he said he had cased the place, and he wrote, "What the hell is the Secret Service doing?" And he wrote this quote, "I expected security cameras at every bend, bugged hotel rooms, armed agents every 10 feet, metal detectors out the wazoo. What I got is nothing." He wrote, like, this level of incompetence is insane. Sir, you have already had two attempted...
Well, he was pretty incompetent, too, because he got caught. And he got caught.
Good one, Trump. Good one.
So I'd say he was pretty incompetent, too. I could take any event having to do with security or anything else. I can always find fault. Those guys did a good job last night. They did a really good job.
I mentioned that because, again, as his motive, you brought this up, he had social media accounts that had anti-Trump and anti-Christian rhetoric.
You should read. Why don't you read all the anti-Trump? Why don't you read it? You just did, so why don't you read it?
Well, he had a lot of anti-Christian rhetoric. He was part of a group called the Wide Awakes. He had attended a No Kings protest in California.
No Kings. Yeah.
What did security tell you about what may have been his motives?
The reason you have people like that is you have people doing no kings. I'm not a king. What I am, if I was a king, I wouldn't be dealing with you.
So anyway, I don't know what Steve what would be the process now? This is obviously a federal crime because you are trying to an assassination on a federal employee. It's not a state level deal. So what will he be indicted or arraigned or what's the process? What do the next 2 days look like for this guy?
Well, he's not getting out of jail for a very long time. He's going to be charged with attempted murder and terroristic threats, all types of really high-level crimes, where he could probably get a life sentence for this. I mean, it's that severe.
Oh, I think he definitely gets a life sentence. I wonder if they bring out the, death sentence.
I just because he didn't kill anyone, maybe, probably not, but he's going to be looking at some serious charges, and guilty as can be. He'll be in jail for the rest of his life.
What if he does what Hinckley did, says that he was insane, and does he get off?
I don't think that's going to fly for him. It was so prepared and thought out, and he's so high function in society as a teacher.
Yeah, he's not. He can't say reason of insanity because he's very, he's smart. He's a pretty smart dude.
Yes.
I mean, he's a pretty.
Oh, he's definitely a smart guy.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. Lummy, I guess they started tearing down or unearthing and digging up various parts of Epstein's New Mexico ranch.
Did they find anything?
I don't know. Well, I got that story. It was on Jesse Waters last night. We'll get to it next.
Unscripted and unregulated.
Sort of like the same sensation you get after sex.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
It's the same enough. You're 31.
Yes, and he was starting to unravel some of the things he was saying to his family. You still didn't pass that kidney stone, huh, Bubba?
No, but No.
Two in the search for Nancy Guthrie, while the mystery of her disappearance remains unsolved, there is a new development. A trial date has now been set for a California man accused of trying to exploit Guthrie's disappearance. Remember that 42-year-old
Keep an old lady alive.
And it's going to be hard to find one in a big desert.
Yeah.
Story out of East Alabama. Investigators say a 10-year-old Piedmont Elementary student, her name Catherine Aliciana Bigby, was found dead inside a home last Friday night.
Her family reported her missing tonight. A juvenile is in custody, charged with murder.
Your East Alabama reporter Reggie Kyle joining us now, trying to help make sense of all this. When you talk to neighbors, Reggie, what did you find out?
That's right, sir. I first talked to Piedmont Police Chief Nathan Johnson, who tells me this Piedmont community is having a hard time dealing with this loss after recently losing a high school senior to a car accident. Now, last Friday, just before 11 p.m., Chief Johnson said his department received a call about a missing child. Now, officers responded to a home in the Asbury Church area where they say they found 10-year-old Catherine Alicia Bigby inside the home. Now, Chief Johnson said first responders treated her on the scene. She was then taken to a hospital and later pronounced dead. Now, Johnson says another juvenile was taken into custody and is being charged with murder. Now, I asked Chief Johnson what led to the family reporting her missing.
Heartbreaking.
Was that good?
Today, the woman accused of killing her father and an ex in cross-county murders entered a plea of not guilty in Hillsborough County. A judge arraigned Susan Avalon today in Hillsborough County. She is accused of killing Timothy Fletcher in Tampa, December 17th, then driving to Manatee County and killing David Scott hours later.
Last week, 10 Tampa Bay News uncovered new...
Today, the woman accused of...
That's a bad bitch right there.
She's fucking taking out her exes. Fuck.
She drove right over it. I saw that one.
Two New York City police officers are under investigation tonight after some ugly footage surfaced of them roughing up a... Two New York City...
What's up, Dirt Merchant?
What's up, Dirt Merchant? Let me check on Macho Man, see how he's feeling.
Yeah, I've been texting with him back and forth, making sure he's okay, staying hydrated.
It wasn't the food at the party. Everybody else ate it. It was fun.
No, I wasn't there. It was great.
Incredible.
Yeah, Big Red did a good job.
He sure did. And that house is like a resort. I want to come stay out there. It really is welcoming. It's cool.
Thank you.
You did a great job. And if you don't know, you will never find it. I mean, golly.
All right, minute. I mean, we're almost at 255 on...
Yeah, exactly. We went, I think we did 5 over the weekend.
5,000 over the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, everything was up over the weekend.
Yeah, we had a great weekend. Good job, Gary. Good job, you, Mach, and you. Lum.
Keep grinding.
Lum.
What's up, Thomas Gilson?
Shield your home with storm-resistant siding from Morgan Exteriors. Take advantage of our special this month. Get 20% off your project plus free installation. Choose from high-performance vinyl or fiber cement siding, built to stand up to Florida's toughest storms, heat, and humidity. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today to lock in savings. Visit MorganExteriorsInc.com now. That's MorganExteriorsInc.com. Morgan Exteriors, protecting Florida homes for over 30 years.
It's quite painful to listen.
Children love
Bubba the Love Sponge.
the perfect combination of entertainment and education.
Yes, it's quite painful to listen until the medication kicks in. Back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Really didn't talk about the draft like we usually do. Was looking at who the Bucks. They got the Bucks graded out at an A-. I think the Packers got an A- too.
Not on this one. They got a B-. I don't know.
Oh, the Packer did?
Yeah, they got a B. Something B.
I don't think you're wrong. Let's just hold on. I mean, I will profusely, metaphorically suck your your D.
Oh, jeez.
I will give you a metaphorically D. Essen.
Oh, there it was.
Hold on here. I'll be able to jump to my team here. Green Bay. Hold on. I'm sorry. What does it say? B+.
Okay. Sorry.
You said B-, didn't you?
I said B, but I'm sorry. I
said A-.
Yeah.
You said B.
Right in the middle. D.
We're right
B+.
in the middle. What a B+. Yep. There you go. Thank you. Let me. They got. Was this a highly? I don't know any like I know who the sexy, really high-profile guys are. And when you're picking in the second day, you don't have no first round. We don't have a first round pick this year or next because we lost it for Micah Parsons. But if you look at 2 first round draft picks on 2 guys that might or might not make it,
not good,
or Micah Parsons. A guy that's arguably one of the top 3 or 4 edge rushers in the league. I think they made the right. I think they made the right deal. Do you know anything about this cornerback out of South Carolina?
Yeah, I mean he's a good cornerback. Their draft wasn't horrible. I mean, obviously you saw they addressed their defense, which they definitely need.
Yeah, they got a center from Kentucky.
But I was they're a little disappointing because they didn't address what's the big thing they need on offense, in your opinion?
A line.
And I was going to say a weapon.
A wide receiver.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be able to try to pick up one. I don't know. Maybe after the June 1 cuts, I don't know. I don't know.
That's what's kind of surprising that they didn't go get anybody.
So cornerback from South Carolina, defensive tackle from Missouri, edge guy out of Penn State, a center that can also play guard out of Kentucky, another cornerback out of Alabama, and then Trey Smack, the kicker from Florida, ends up being their draft. I was going to look at the Bucks draft.
Yeah, the Bucks got a steal with
let me see here, Bucks.
Their first round pick.
They did?
Yeah, he fell down because he had the manslaughter charge.
Oh, the guy from Miami?
Yeah,
Reuben Bain?
Yeah, the short arm guy.
Is he a guy that kind of like the way Sapp fell on day one and then became because I think Sapp was supposed to be initially Sapp was supposed to be a top 5 guy.
Yes, and so was this guy.
And then I think what did the Bucks end up getting Sapp at?
I think 15.
Yeah. So this guy fell to 15.
Yeah.
What is an edge? I feel like an idiot, but what does that mean? Like a cornerback?
No, defensive end.
Defensive end.
Or they'll play an outside linebacker, right, Lummy? That
is a good get.
Yeah, and this guy's a stud, but he's had some disciplinary problems. But
that was it was 2-3 years ago. And Miami covered up a manslaughter charge, and so that he could keep playing, and then it finally now has come out.
I like guys that have gotten in real trouble. It just shows you how mean they really, really are. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they're not soft. This Reuben Bain's a real thug. You know what I'm saying?
And he got it out of his system. He's getting a second chance. He's going to be great. That's going to be that's a great one.
Yeah, his only knock was he had short arms, so.
Linebacker out of Missouri for the second round. Wide receiver from Georgia State in the third. Defensive back out of Miami in the fourth. DT, defensive tackle from Clemson in the fifth. Another fifth rounder, just 5 down, offensive guard out of Notre Dame. By the way, Notre Dame always has good offensive linemen. They got a really good program. And then a tight end out of LSU makes up for their 3 days. I think every one of these guys makes the team.
Most likely, yeah. But see right there, that Ted Hurst, he's got size. I mean, obviously, we don't really need obviously a wide receiver, but someone like the Packers. That's why it's surprising that they didn't take this guy right here.
6'4".
Wow.
6'4", 206. Small hands though at 9 3/4. I don't know what was his 40 time.
I think it should be on there if you go down a little bit. Yeah, 4.42.
Wow. 4.42 at 6'3". It's wow.
He has small hands and he's that big. That's even hard to believe.
Yeah, this guy makes the team.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a big wide receiver. I mean, the wide receiver room for the Bucs.
Now, let me
stacked,
within the whole NFL draft, where was the biggest jewel? Like the person that may have slipped the most, and somebody got a good deal to maybe pick up.
Honestly,
the Bucs guy.
The Bucs. I mean, Ruben Bain, because I mean, he was a top.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a top
the guy,
5.
The thug that we took at 15.
Yes,
was
a top 5.
Was that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, good. I mean, Bucs hopefully will be good.
Hopefully.
Here's the story we started. I teased a little bit. Oh, damn it! I don't know where that came from. Let me turn that down. Sorry. This is the story from New Mexico that Jesse was reporting, I think, 2 nights ago. Last night.
Investigators are swarming Jeffrey Epstein's notorious New Mexico ranch after an email in the Epstein files claims 2 foreign girls were strangled to death during rough fetish sex. And Epstein ordered the bodies to be buried on the ranch.
Can you imagine if they find a I don't think they're going to.
I don't either.
But
that'd
be
be
a lot
crazy.
of things in the Epstein files, that report is unconfirmed. But authorities are now searching the property, thousands of acres. The ranch has been a dark mystery for years, and people are finally talking. A New Mexico state rep told the Daily Mail this, quote, "We have people coming forward saying they were drugged, had sex organs and sperm harvested from their bodies."
Now, how do you have... All right, so sex organs would be considered penis, vagina, ovaries, breasts, testicles. I mean,
that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a rectum. No, a rectum I don't think is considered.
Damn near killed him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that a rectum is a sex organ. So how would we have people coming forward saying they were drugged, had sex organs and sperm harvested from their bodies? Well, how would you harvest sperm from my body? Unless you made me masturbate into a petri dish or something like that.
Maybe
Otherwise,
that's what it was.
And woke up around medical equipment, not knowing where they were or what had happened to them.
And woke up around medical equipment, not knowing where they were or what happened to them.
Now that's
investigators are swarming Jeffrey Epstein's notorious New Mexico ranch.
That was a New Mexico state representative.
Yes.
Boom! Epstein's Zorro Ranch horror unearthed. They're digging for buried bodies right now as shocked victims exposed, being drugged and harvested for sex organs and sperm, and waking up to mysterious medical equipment in a living nightmare. The deep state, elite twisted eugenics lab is finally cracking wide open. These monsters treated humans like livestock for their sick experiments. I don't know that this sounds very conspiratorial, does it not? I've never heard of this. And here's the deal. Tell me if you agree or not, Steve. It's like the only thing that continues to fuel this is the fact that we have 3.5 million pages of, still not released Epstein documents. You wouldn't be having this far-fetched nonsense if you just would release it all. And I can't even think who Trump would be they say that the one people we're taking care of the most are the Saudis. That's kind of the underwritten conspiracy. Now, let me where, like, the reason why Trump won't necessarily release the remaining 3.5 million is because of the Saudis.
Yes. Yeah.
But at this point, I mean, if the Saudis are on it, nobody can do anything to the Saudis, right? They've already killed the one Turkish journalist. Like, you can't do anything to them.
Yeah, but
nobody's going to go arrest them.
No, but I think what it is that it would be backlash that America should not be dealing with the Saudis because, I mean, they're now they're out there known pedophiles.
Well, I don't know.
It's just that you can't win with this thing, and it's such old news now, and it's really just like, why couldn't have they done that during the Biden years? It's just all meant to just cause damage. It's not about the victims. It's not about the Saudis. It's all just meant to cause harm to Trump, and that's the frustrating part. And then you release stuff, and then victims' names are in it, and you release stuff.
If I'm Trump, I'm like, man, you know what?
Let it fly.
Let it go.
Right.
I mean, I know that he probably knows to the extent that he's in there, if at all, and I don't think that there's anything in there. So he went to the island. I don't think he even went to the island.
No, he never went to the island.
So hold on. If he never went to the island and he knows he didn't, and he never messed around with any of these girls, which I know that he knows that he didn't, and in fact, he was one of the people that were proactive on investigating this early on, I would just let it rip.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, Clinton went in there like a big boy and stood up to it. Right?
He did.
And he probably is more in it than Don. So at this point, man, I think the only thing, it's always going to be that little gnat that they just continue to get conspiracy energy from until finally somebody says, enough, here it is. Just let it rip and be done with it. Then what do they got? They ain't got nothing on them. Nothing.
And today, the woman...
Listen to this bitch, Lummy. This bitch is bad. She killed 2 dudes in one day in our own backyard.
She a hottie?
No, I think she's a pig.
Oh.
I think.
Accused of killing...
Because I don't think a hottie would do this. Hot chicks, don't necessarily act that. Although hot chicks are the craziest, but not this crazy.
And today, the woman accused of killing her father and an ex in Cross County...
See, Lummy, I don't like this African-American man because I feel like he took Reggie's spot.
Oh.
See, Channel 10, have always had that very lead African-American anchor, and they feel that Reggie kind of timed out on the deal when really he's old school royalty and needs to be right there, like needs to have this job, and Frank Wiley couldn't be actually pimple on Reggie's as far as talent's ass. So I automatically don't like.
So we should start get rid of Frank Wiley.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do that. But Frank,
come on, man.
It's Channel 10's really poor attempt to replace Reggie, and you just can't. And this guy's not that good. He's not overly good looking or anything like that. He ain't no Reggie Roundtree. Reggie at 68 or however old Reggie is, Reggie could go in there. Put a little makeup on, smoke a Newport, and look way better than this dude. So I kind of like him. Not really fair in judging this guy, but Frank Wiley, sorry.
And an ex in Cross County murders entered a plea of not guilty in Hillsborough County. A judge arraigned Susan Avalon.
Yeah, let me look at. Only pigs do this sort of deal.
Today in Hillsborough County, she is accused of killing Timothy Fletcher in Tampa, December 17th. Then driving to Manatee County and killing David Scott hours later.
Same day.
Last week, 10 Tampa Bay News uncovered new details about a 911 call placed from Fletcher's phone before he was found dead, raising questions about how it was handled. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Kristen Barbarisi sat down with Fletcher's daughter.
All right. So we're sitting down with this woman's daughter, right?
About her loss and why she thinks he could have been saved.
Oh, this is the woman... Her dad.
Oh, man.
I think it was her dad that got killed.
Timothy Fletcher's daughter reached out to us after seeing our reporting. She also has questions about that 911 call and wants to make sure that her dad is represented in court. Lottie Grace.
If they don't if they don't include the 911 call, can you look for it?
Yes.
Snow is not just mourning her father. She's mourning what could have been.
That's kind of what hurts a lot, is that I could have had a relationship, but it all got taken away from me.
Snow says they had only recently started getting closer.
He was very hardworking and very determined.
Now she's channeling that determination, showing up in court and pushing for accountability.
I have to talk for him in a way now and just be his voice.
Part of that, asking questions about a 911 call 10 Tampa Bay News first reported placed from her father's phone at 12:40 p.m. the day he died. Prosecutors say the call may have captured the sound of gunfire before disconnecting.
Is this down in Manatee County?
Yes.
Yeah, there's some shady bastards down there.
Yeah.
A dispatcher called back a woman.
Them in Sarasota. I think there's the same state attorney that covers both, the 13th.
And answered saying it was accidental. No officers were ever sent. Tampa police, however, tell us procedure was followed, saying the call showed no signs of distress and the response was canceled. For Snow, that's unacceptable.
Police are supposed to do their job, and if there's a 911 call, they either, if it's like completely silent, they should automatically show up. I think
investigators say hours later, Susan Avalon went on.
Man, what a beast. What an absolute beast.
Wow.
And she went on a murdering spree. Listen.
To kill another ex in Manatee County.
So both of the people that she killed were her exes.
And only after that did they find Fletcher's body. Snow says she'll never know for sure what.
Can you find out, look into it and see
how'd she
kill him?
Yeah.
Could have been different, but the question weighs on her.
Honestly, it could have been stopped. Like, the killing could have been stopped if they came.
Can you imagine, Steve, okay, so the killer, the guy who got killed dialed 911 and then hung up. And then the state never really investigated it. Most of the time, they'll track it down.
They have to. That's what I always heard.
Right.
Was because somebody could be in distress.
Right. They'll usually try to call back immediately, and you're like, hello. And I'm like, hey, did you butt dial me? No, yeah, I'm good. Or, no, I'm getting ready to get killed. Somebody's here getting ready to kill me.
And it was gunfire.
Yeah, it looks like they were killed by shooting both. She shot them both.
She shot them both?
Yep.
In Tampa and Bradenton.
Where?
In Tampa and Bradenton.
Which kind of upsets me a little bit because, why didn't they show up? That's what they're supposed to do.
As for Avalon, Snow says she supports prosecutors pursuing the death penalty.
I hope my dad gets justice.
The Tampa Police Department denied an open records request for that 911 call.
Why?
Yeah, there you go.
Because they're hiding it. They screwed up.
Oh, my God.
TPD.
Steve, you wouldn't believe these agencies, I'm just going to say it, Clearwater PD. Right now, they're hiding all the Hogan stuff. Lummy, on behalf of the Bubba Radio Network and Bubba Army Media and all, he's been in contact with Clearwater PD now literally since the day Terry died, and they are impossible to work out.
Yes.
Under FOIA requests. They listen to this, Steve. They told Brooke last week that she still couldn't see the autopsy because the coroner was still making a few changes to it.
What?
Yeah.
That's shady.
And you know why, don't you? I mean, do I need to say it? Scientology. They run the absolute show over there.
But what's the angle? I mean, what's the cover up?
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of different covers up, Steve.
I don't know the details of it. I just know that, there some doctors could be exposed. That's for sure.
Oh, doctors, or people that may have done it. Maybe, listen, I don't know this to be true, and it's just my opinion.
Hold on.
If
everybody pay attention to what Lummy has been talking to a private investigator, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And me and this private investigator may talk, but Lummy, just go ahead and tell.
Well, I'm just going to say, if he's more dead than he is alive, Steve, then what would someone do?
Yeah, maybe off him.
Right.
Yeah.
And make it look like an accident.
Yes.
Or health problems, right?
That's a possibility. Right. Sure.
I mean, listen, Steve, you want to hear this? They, in our records request, the EMTs and the medical personnel did not draw any blood out of Hogan's body en route to the hospital because they said that he was dead and they couldn't get any blood. You can't get any blood if your heart's not pumping, which is not correct.
But you can also get it out of the eyeball.
But they didn't. So Steve, they didn't take any blood swatches or samples at all.
Yeah, that's shady.
There's no blood analysis. They cremated the body.
They did already? With no autopsy?
No, they did an autopsy, but then they cremated it.
Weird.
But they did the autopsy after he was embalmed.
What?
Yes. They did. Yes. and they won't let any of this out.
That's wild.
Lummy calls them 3 times a week. And they're like, nope.
Nope. Sorry.
Nope.
Can't do it.
Like, you don't even understand, Steve, how this Hogan thing is like, we're on it.
Interesting.
Citing the open investigation, and after court, the prosecutor also declined to comment for the same reasons. Reporting in Tampa, Kristen Barbarisi, 10 Tampa Bay News.
Listen, if anybody knows, you, brother, as a brother in arms with me, that this whole area has some movers and shakers that can make things go away or accelerate things or
100%.
Or bury you.
Yes.
If you're on the wrong side or whatever.
You know, and that was before the term fake news was coined, and that people realized that prosecutors can be politicized and activated to cause harm to people, like in your life and mine. And so I think people have a better understanding of that now. But yeah, definitely shady stuff goes on in this town.
I mean, the Hogan thing is so shady, Steve, and we're trying.
Is Jay looking at it from a medical malpractice? I mean, that's what Diaco Law does, is personal injury and medical malpractice. Is he involved at all?
I don't think he wants to at this point. I think that Hogan's family might be on that angle in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, you know what? It'd be his wife that controls that anyway. She'd be the one picking.
Right.
We don't know her.
But she's also his wife is also the high-ranking Scientologist.
Supposedly.
She's a Scientologist?
Supposedly.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. What?
I mean, rumor has it.
Rumor has it, right. But, I mean now that's a whole different angle. I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, geez. The plot gets thicker.
Oh, there's even more that I can't speak of if I want to be not killed on my way home today.
I know, right? Be careful.
I mean, you know, this town's so corrupt, and Steve and I are certainly on the bad guy list, and it's not, and I want to make sure everybody knows that I have never, ever done cocaine in my life, ever. I've never done it in my entire life. I don't do it. I'll eat a few weed gummies here and there, and if they were to pull me over and find a weed gummy in my car, that one's probably on me. But you'll never, ever, I'll never, ever have cocaine. I have no reason to have cocaine, but I am so afraid one of these days, Steve, that they pull me over and they find 3 or 4 kilos of cocaine in my car, and I go to prison for the rest of my life, or I get shot and killed on my way to work one morning. I'm afraid that you know. I mean, just look at the people that you know. The influential, very, 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 very powerful people that don't like me or have tried to cause me to be done and not have a delivery mechanism or a platform for, you know, what going on. I mean, it all started about 12 when they tried to start getting rid of me.
Yep. Hey, listen, it's good that you're getting out of Tampa with Bob Buckhorn coming back.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if something crazy like that happened to you. And you know that I'd be looking into it till the day I died. I got you, baby. I got you.
And Bob Buckhorn, he's bought his way back. That just is really, really, really disappointing.
Can you believe that? There's a guy running against him. His name's Bill Carlson.
Oh, I will do anything
and
to help
he is a city council member, and he's running for mayor. He's running for. I love the guy. He's a great guy, and I'd
love to help him.
He could shock everyone. You know, Blake Casper ran against us, Bill Carlson, for the city council, and Blake Casper's that huge money guy that sold all the McDonald's.
His corporate headquarters are right down the road here.
Stovall House is his. Oxford Exchange is his. I mean, they're very, very powerful, wealthy family.
Yes.
And everyone thought he'd get smoked by Blake, and Bill crushed him. So I would not count Bill out. And Bob has a lot of luggage, a lot of baggage.
I'd love to have lunch. Maybe me, you, and that guy. Is his name Bill?
Bill, great guy.
I'd love to meet the guy.
I'll make it happen.
Don't think that we didn't single-handedly help Andrew Warren.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Until they had a chance to make him a dirty dog, which he just so erroneously got rang up the flagpole. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff. When you take somebody that's elected out of office, that's crap.
Anyway, thank God I'm tired. We'll close out the show next, okay? All right, buddy.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Talks of Sirius and iHeart? Their merger talk?
No. Can you send it to me?
Yeah, I'm going to send it right now. I just sent you over the article. I mean, there's a couple other ones, but that's the one that is, that you have to pay for it.
You know, Charlie's leading for mayor in St. Pete.
Oh, I'll help him. I'll help him too.
I am helping him. And I'm helping Bill Carlson.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Okay.
Did he run as an independent or
Democrat?
Okay.
Which is smart because you can't win in that city without it.
You can't win in either city without it.
Yeah. Now Bill Carlson, interestingly, was a Republican. That's how I got to know him through Charlie Crist years. Then he went Democrat because he knew he could never win in the city of St. Pete as a Republican. He's a moderate. He's a good guy.
Tampa, right?
Huh?
Bill Carlson?
He's Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tampa guy. He owns and is the managing partner of what's the name? Tucker Hall, big PR firm.
Oh, okay.
That's his. And he's been city council for I want to say 8 years, 10 years. But yeah, Charlie's leading in the polls in St. Pete.
Good.
Yeah, I would love for him to be mayor again. Wouldn't that be fun?
Be great.
He sends his regards. He asks about
Tell him, as he gets closer, if he wants to come on the air, we'd love to have him.
All right, I will, for sure. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's been since 2019.
But Bill Carlson's been standing up to Bob Buckhorn for years. Bob hates him.
Oh, perfect.
I know, right? My hair I'm looking at myself, it's like, I need a hair transplant.
Oh, jeez.
Danny does them. You know that, right? Well, it's easy for you, Lonnie. Look at that thick head of hair. It's awesome.
I know, but
I have hair envy.
Yeah, I'm just nervous that it'll disappear.
It's not going anywhere. No, that's for life, buddy.
Yeah, it's got some thinness up there, but
your pops?
Yeah.
She should land the mother side.
Okay, good. She has a lot of hair. Then we're good.
Yeah, your mom's not bald.
No. Don't you tell me that, because I definitely was just counting down the days that I
never
thinking right then I went to dad.
Please, dude. Please. I wish.
Good morning, Jay Bowler. What's up, Glenn Longnecker? I thought.
My headphones were messing with my hair. That's why I was doing that. Bob Buckhorn.
He's the one that fucked up our Jackson house.
Yep. And, Bill Carlson's very, very strong relationship with the black community. They love him because he stood up to them. He tried to help with the Jackson house. He was helping me from the PR side.
What's up, Regina G?
I mean, more than anything, can you imagine we can't have anything but Bob Buckhorn and Jane Castor. I mean, how many years of the same crap?
Bob Buckhorn's going to run off that he built the whole fucking city, you know.
Which is weird because most Democrats aren't in with developers like that. And but he has been very. But you know, then where's the roads? Where's the sewage? Like we built all this stuff up, and now the traffic.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was irresponsible, bro. He's a fool.
No, 100%. He's building all of his parks and shit too.
Yeah, that too.
So that doesn't seem like anyone see you in this thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, even notice that we pinned our panel earlier is when they get most of the fundraising that started.
Yes, including like the Riverwalk. That was all Pam.
But see, Bob,
he got the credit for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Armature Works area.
Yeah, which is amazing. And that was a win.
Yeah.
That's where we used to feed the poor back there.
Yeah.
Now it's the nicest neighborhood. It's crazy.
The spring was capped off.
Yeah.
In Bubba we trust. In Bubba you lust.
Naughty, naughty.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
We are out of here. Stephen Diaco will be back tomorrow.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you, my friend. Lummy, you and I do something about 20 after.
Sounds good.
A little quickie.
Yeah.
Just a little quickie.
Of course, yeah. We're tired.
Absolutely.
We've been partying all weekend.
Appreciate you, Steve.
Happy birthday, Bubba.
Right,
Love
man.
you, buddy.
See you tomorrow.
Yep, I'll be here.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter program.
Gene Lasker, voice of the people. Glad you get to hear me.
Gary Cantrell, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra, of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello. I'm back.